Clouds will build in as the day goes on, and then look for rain to arrive overnight tonight.
Springfest is here at Lowe's with fresh savings. Right now, get a free Select Ego 56-volt battery when you buy a Select Ego trimmer, blower, or mower. Valid through 4/2. Selection varies by location while supplies last. Discount taken at time of purchase.
KRFX HD2 Denver.
KHOW Denver. An iHeartRadio station. Make us the #1 preset on the free iHeartRadio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
ABC News, I'm Sherry Preston. The Trump administration is asking the U.S. Supreme Court to weigh in on the deportations of suspected Venezuelan gang members to El Salvador. A federal judge ordered the flights temporarily halted, and an appeals court agreed with that ruling. Some family members say their loved ones were caught up in the deportations, even though they had no U.S. criminal records and no ties to gangs. Strong earthquake in Myanmar. It was a magnitude 7.7 and could be felt in neighboring Thailand. In Bangkok, a building under construction crumpled to the ground in the tremor. Jack Brown lives in Bangkok.
That building's actually been under construction for a couple of years, and I think it's probably around about 30 stories or so. I knew immediately that there must be workers on that site, and it was just horrifying to see that destruction.
3 people killed, dozens of others believed buried in the rubble. Israel has launched an attack on a suburb of Beirut, the first strike against Hezbollah since November. This is ABC News. More is coming out about the deadly mid-air collision of a passenger jet and an Army Black Hawk helicopter over the Potomac River.
Investigators revealed the helicopter had turned off its geotransmitter, or ADS-B. It sends out real-time altitude and speed. Information investigators say could have warned air traffic control that the chopper was too high. Military officials say the crew on a training mission opted to turn off the system to avoid public tracking software. It's unclear why.
That's ABC's Rhiannon Alley. 67 people were killed in that crash. It's now mandatory for nearly all aircraft to have that ADS-B activated when flying. Next.
Oh, now it's weird.
Murder of Tejano superstar Selena.
What?
On Thursday, Yolanda Saldivar was denied.
You were screaming at the time that all of that is tracked and they can be monitored and they know their exact altitude and they not really, Tom, really?
Well, it is true, but they turned
ABC
it off.
News.
Music is a bridge between the material and the spiritual. My name is Harvey Lauer, and I'm 82. As a blind person, you have to be aware that nobody can tell you what you can or can't do. You really have to try things. My folks got me a little radio in 1940, and that was the best Christmas present I ever got. When I was 11 years old is when I started to play music, play the piano, and then the accordion, and then the cello. My wife, who was also blind, was a good cook. When she died, that's when I started Meals on Wheels. America, let's do lunch.
It's Meals on Wheels. 1 in 6 seniors faces the threat of hunger, and millions more live in isolation. Drop off a hot meal and say a quick hello. Volunteer for Meals on Wheels by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org. This message brought to you by Meals on Wheels America and the Ad Council.
Oh my God, what are you talking about?
10:03.
The Sundance Film Festival relocating from Utah to Boulder starting in 2027. Boulder was selected over 2 other finalists, Salt Lake City and Cincinnati. The Sundance Institute announced the move yesterday, citing Boulder's art scene, natural beauty, and community support. The city and state offered more than $3 million in funding, including a $1.5 million incentive from Colorado's Economic Development Commission. Lawmakers are also advancing a bill that could provide up to $34 million in film festival tax credits. The 2026 festival will still take place in Park City. It is opening day for the Rockies today as they begin their...
Speaking of something stuck in your ass.
Bud Black on what will lead to a successful season.
We're going to play good defense.
Hey, Tom, I think you're going to have a Grindr account to get a ticket to the Sundance.
Our bullpen's got to be consistent.
Denver native Kyle Freeland is the Rockies' opening day starting pitcher for the 4th time in his career. That's the latest. I'm Chad Bauer.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Our American Stories.
Oh, no. What are you going to do?
Ways 270 as coming through Commerce City, both directions through Vasquez. Looks like it's bunching up just a little bit for you. I-25 in pretty good shape from downtown to the tech center, right at about 10 minutes. It looks like northbound 25 up around 6th Avenue is kind of bogging down a little bit. We'll check to see if we've got a problem there. Heading into the hills, foothills in particular, west of Golden on US 6, construction's holding up, and we've had a closure on I-70 anywhere from Copper to Vale, all due to a crash that happened much earlier this morning. With traffic, I'm Jonathan Steele.
This is Lee Habib, host of Our American Stories. On our next episode, we'll tell the story of Amy Semple McPherson and how the modern megachurch came to be. You won't want to miss the next episode of Our American Stories.
I'm consumer advocate Marc Mager. My weight loss journey with DenverRegen.com has been incredible. I'm down 25 pounds in only 5 weeks. No more food noise. I feel full and don't think of food. And the best part, DenverRegen.com has semi-glutide for under $300 a month. That includes everything. The doctor's visits, the medication, everything you need to start losing weight and feeling great. Start your journey at DenverRegen.com. That's DenverRegen.com.
Brought to you by the Capital One Venture X card. As a founding partner of iHeart Women's Sports Network, Capital One wants to bring you closer to the athletes you love, literally, with premium travel benefits from the Capital One Venture X card. With Venture X, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy and turn everyday purchases into extraordinary trips. Plus, get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when booking on Capital One Travel and access to airport lounges worldwide. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Are you ready to hear something that will not only make you feel better, but will actively excite you?
Yes! This is Denver's talk station, 630 KHAL, an iHeart radio station.
Oh, I'm so excited.
630 KHAL, Denver's talk station.
We'll continue to report the facts.
All the facts are in.
An iHeart radio station. It's the Dan Kapla Show. Afternoons 4 to 6.
Friday at 4. Interesting question. Is it time to abolish TSA? Senator Mike Lee says it is, and he's introduced a bill. If he's right, what should replace it? Join me at 4.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hey, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. I got Uncle Kevin with me. Uncle Kevin Calkin from Sheridan Auto Tech. Today is Car Day, Car Friday. So we'll talk cars a bit, but we'll talk whatever you want. And I welcome you to the show. Kevin, what's new? What's new in cars, bro? Anything?
Nothing. No, just, staying busy.
Now, parts still on big lags, or it depends on what you're getting?
It's scattered. Yeah, some are brutal. Some are, getting better. So, yeah, it's...
And speaking of cars, is there really anything we need to do to prep for warm weather? I mean, really, do you have to prep like you prep for winter?
I don't think so. I think just regular intervals of maintenance. I mean, a good shop, a good place to go, does your oil change, checks everything for you.
All right.
As long as you're up to date, you're fine.
Now, welcome. I am on the air taking your calls right now. Justin, 303-713-TALK is our number, 303-713-8255. By the way, Deputy Bo, Deputy Doc in the studio, I believe, guys. Hello. And chime in with anything you want. Also, is Major Marc Mager.
We're here, ready to go, Tom.
Okay, guys. Major Marc Mager, are you there? He's going to be in and out today, he told me, so he's at our satellite studio. Justin, what's going on? I see that you have had an encounter with a company that we've encountered in the past. And I want to explain a few things about this company, and then you can tell me your problem. The company is called Park It Right, I believe. Is that right? Park It Right. And they contract with apartment buildings and businesses. And here's what they say: we will manage your parking. I have no problem with that. They also say we're going to boot people who park illegally. So, meaning on private property, they put up a sign, they're supposed to. So if you park where you're not supposed to park, they boot it. And then for you to get your car moving again, you got to pay to get the code to unlock the boot. Now, one time, Mark and I went out on a case where a woman parked and she was legally parked. There was nothing wrong with where she was parked. And Park It Right booted her, and we took it and got it removed on our own because we towed the car into a shop, removed the boot, and then sent the boot over to their door because we believed what they did was wrong. There's nothing wrong with what Park It Right does as far as a contract with an apartment house and making their services available. The problem in the past I've had with Park It Right is that they don't adequately put signs up to warn people, and they were cryptic at best. So now I'm going to shut up and tell me your problem, sir. What is going on with Park It Right?
Yeah, so I got home, went Tuesday from work. There was a worker was in our house cleaning the air ducts. So it was parked in our second parking spot where I usually park. So I parked in the visitor spot. It was a couple of hours. I kind of didn't forgot about it. But I'm a legal resident. I have a parking permit for this lot. So I go out and I'm going to move my car back to my spot after the worker got through with the cleaning the vents, and I see there's a boot on my car. So I scanned the thing, and they wanted $380 for me to remove the boot on my car, and then for me to bring it back to them.
Right.
So I emailed. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, I know that's how they work. But here's what I want to know. What was the reason for doing that to you?
I guess because I was parked in a spot labeled for visitors.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not a visitor.
No,
but
I understand. But Justin, what are the rules? Are there any signs that say visitors passes necessary, or like there has to be a warning? They can't just spring this on you. So was there any warning? What? And don't exaggerate. Please tell me if there are any signs whatsoever.
There are. There's, I think, one small sign in a small portion of the lot labeled visitors.
But what does it say?
It says visitors must register, and then it gives you a QR code to scan.
Okay.
And,
okay. What does it say will happen? Hold on. It says visitors must register. What does it say will happen if you don't register? Does it say subject to booting? I know you took a picture of the sign, didn't you? You took a picture of the sign, didn't you?
I gotta pull it up here.
I want you to read that sign to me.
Yeah.
Now, did you end up getting your car or not?
I came out in the morning after I emailed them, told them I'm a resident. I was parked there for an hour or two. And I came out in the morning and mine was gone. There was a car next to me as well that was also not booted anymore. So I figured they came, realized their mistake, and took it off.
Well, what happened then? Keep going. This is interesting.
Then I get a message last night at midnight saying that I removed it without payment, that our parking permits to be parked in our parking lot have been revoked. Our cars will be subject to tow anytime that they're seen. They said criminal charges.
Hey, Justin, first of all, Justin, they
Yeah.
can't bring criminal charges. If I have my car booted, I can take it off. It's a civil matter. There's no crime here. I mean, if some jerk's going to come up and boot my car, I can cut it off. But Justin, between you and me and the fence post, bro, did you take it off? How did it come off? Come on, be honest.
I did not take it off. I assumed that maybe I assumed they realized their error and came back in the night and took it off.
So here's what I want to ask you. I want to ask a simple question. Now they say we're flagging you and we're revoking your parking. Did you check with your management company? Has your parking privileges been revoked?
I've put in a call to the HOA. I haven't received any contact.
Well, is there a management?
Yet.
Is there an office there?
No, we don't have an office. It's just an HOA.
Well, do you own or do you rent?
But I don't believe they. We rent from the person that owns the condo.
Okay. Well, we have to figure out if your parking registration really has been revoked, because I don't think it has, and I don't think it should be. You have parking spaces, and they're still open to you, right? You pay for them, right?
Yes, they're still open. I came outside last night, and there's 2 big bright stickers on my car calling me a criminal, saying that I don't follow the rules.
You know what? This guy's
There's one
a
on my
nut.
windshield,
No, I'm
one
telling
on
you,
my
this
driver's.
guy is a nut. Park it right sucks.
He really
This guy is a total nut. He is. He's a total nut. And he's like,
I don't believe that they can.
Don't worry about it. Just don't. You know what? I don't think they can do anything either. I would take pictures of as many signs as you can. Get them to me. I want to see them. I'm Tom Martino. This sucks. This truly sucks. And I can't stand this company, Park It Right. I don't know if they're on the sleaze brigade, but they should be. By the way, waterpros.net, the best water systems, the lowest prices. I can't say it any clearer than that. 303-862-5554. And I want you to please make sure you check out denverregen.com, not just for the weight loss that Mark's doing, but for stem cell therapy for getting out of pain. denverregen.com.
Let me get
Thank you.
your...
Seeking a career with meaning? Deliver AI to impact our nation's intelligence. Support digital transformation at critical government agencies. Work on the missions that matter at GDIT. Explore careers in technology and intelligence at gdit.com/careers.
Theartofgranite.com. What does that mean to you? Well, it says granite, but it should say the art of countertops, because Mitch Floria and his team at The Art of Granite will do any countertop for you and give you a price on the phone right now. I love that. They can do that because Tear Out and Holloway is always free and wholesale on all countertop materials, so they just need to know the square footage. They charge for fabrication and installation, and they do a lot of free incentives like free backsplash, free edge treatments, free sinks, free, you can get like a free bathroom vanity when you have the kitchen done. It's up to you. Give them a call. Find out your price and your incentive. 303-386-5919, theartofgranite.com.
Very nice.
Thank you.
How about that?
Hey, bro, you're in. Okay.
It's,
I'm having trouble left and right here, man.
With what? With the pump,
man.
Mark?
No. I got that done. I think I have it done. I haven't tested it yet. My connection, I just don't get it.
Something's definitely wrong there.
Mark, can we get CenturyLink or something out there like I have?
They think it's all... Suzanne and I agree with her now. It's just all the fucking sanding equipment and shit they have in the house. It's just fucking with it.
But are you out in the bus?
Yeah.
Do you got your camera on?
But the Wi-Fi's inside. It just breaks.
Oh.
Let me look at even my speed. Let me see what the, let me see how much signal I'm dropping. It's not as brutal as I thought. I mean, is it working better now, Shannon?
You sound all right.
Oh, really? You're able to hear him, Tom?
Yeah, just fine. He's low.
I hear you, Mark.
Well, okay, let me go.
So don't say he's fine. Holy shit.
Okay. His level is low, but I can hear him.
You're at the perfect altitude. Look out for that plane next to you. You're doing fine.
What the hell is he talking
Should
about?
I keep it here?
I'm gonna
That's
kick
all I'm
his
asking.
This is how people die.
I'm going to kick your ass.
Seriously.
Let me just say something.
Here's the problem. I already know.
You're horribly overmodulated and low.
Hey.
It's a crazy combination.
That's great. It's fucking.
You do taste great, but you're low feeling.
It's great.
Shannon's due for an ass kicking.
Bring it on.
Okay.
Oh, my God. If I hurt you, God damn it, I got it wrong. If I hurt my hand punching you, I'm getting
How about
pissed. Oh, yeah, you're coming back. Sounds
If he
better.
hurts his hand.
What are you doing?
That's
No,
funny.
it doesn't.
That's
I'll
funny.
sue
I'm
you.
looking at my fucking loss and correction. It's just off the charts.
Something is desperately wrong. Should I come down there and set it up once? take a picture of it?
Nah, this is equipment I only use in the bus, man.
Yeah, I know, but we'd like you on the bus more often.
Well, all I do is fucking copy what's in the other room. Hold on, let me try this. How about that?
No,
How about
no
what?
change.
Nothing changed.
Right?
So
Great.
I may as well get a large. Even though it's, I don't.
Tom,
see
you
it.
go help him. You've never changed anything, and it's working perfectly.
Hey,
I
I'm
know,
telling
I
you.
feel like everything fucking got reversed in my life.
No, man, I am
We can
doing
barely
well.
hear you
I am
screaming,
doing
but
well.
it's funny.
I'm doing well.
Yes, you are.
I'm not.
How about now?
Oh my God, great!
Ah!
What the hell did you do?
How's that?
Nope, you're gone again.
They're gone.
Now, come on. Where's my, okay, I'm here, but I want
Dave
to add
Logan
to it.
ran off to Mexico with my NX. When I get it back, I'm going to sit somewhere and come up with an actual.
So, I mean, we're going to have plenty
written
of stuff. I just don't want that extra.
Tim Wall's speaking to a group of people. We weren't bold enough on DEI.
What do you want on it?
Whatever. Bold enough. Wow. Okay, keep going. You keep going there, young
But I
feller.
don't want to influence the whole thing for me. I can do half and half. Okay, good. That's
All right, Mark, are you going to join
so
us?
I'll do sausage and pepperoni on half of it.
No good? Yes,
Mark may not be there.
I'm here.
I hear him dicking with it.
Good.
Okay, coming back.
Miss the next episode of Our American Stories.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. I like to say the only show of its kind anywhere, and I'm going to say that because it is. Like it or not, it is. And I've invented it. So this hour brought to you by One Clear Choice Garage Doors. It's car day today, so you want your car doors, your garage doors to be good. Listen, there's nothing wrong, more of a pain in the ass than a garage door that doesn't work perfectly and you hear it rattling and it's going to wear out and break. And OneClearChoiceDoors.com, the best. OneClearChoiceDoors.com. Seriously, you will be amazed. Now, speaking of being amazed, this thing with Park It Right amazes me how this clown, this crook, gets away with what he does. And I call him a crook because, in my opinion, he is. Now I want to talk to Tracy, a follow-up, with a, God almighty, she still doesn't have her car. Who handled this thing with Tracy? Tracy, who did we have you work with on my
I think
staff?
Mark was in charge of that, Tom.
I forget. Tracy, go tell your story from the beginning. I mean, I'll interrupt you a bit, but go ahead. I'm trying to find your car here, dear. When did you? Who were you working with, Tracy? Is it a 2025 Hyundai Tucson, right?
It is.
And was it the one with the cargo tray? Listen, was it all the problems with the cargo tray and all that, or was that a different one?
No, that was one of the things, but they had parts for.
But was it from Mountain
and,
Hyundai? Was it from Mountain Hyundai?
Yes.
Okay, so I want to summarize this. You bought a 2025 Hyundai Tucson from Mountain Hyundai at 104th and Federal, and the dealer, you called the dealer to undo the deal because you said there was a big noise and it was defective. You said you also didn't get mud flaps, a cargo tray, a bumper clear bra, and some other things that were listed that you were supposed to get. She took it back and they said everything was fixed. She said the only thing done was the bumper clear bra, but they still need to fix the big noise. What did they do? Do they still have your car?
They do.
Wait a minute. They still have your car?
Yes.
Okay. We need to figure this one out. Mark was handling this one.
Tom, I think Mark spoke to them.
He did, but I don't have any notes here. Tracy, after we called them, did they promise they were going to get that fixed for you?
Yeah, they told whoever called them that it would be done this week, that they were waiting for parts for the brake modulator,
yeah, or what is
elaborate
that,
if they
Kevin?
fix
Whatever it
the-
is.
Yeah, some in the ABS, more than likely. Yeah.
Okay, so listen, here's what I want to know. Are they giving you a loaner during this time?
I don't have a loaner. They gave me a loaner the first time, but they didn't have any more loaners.
Oh, no, this
to
is
give out.
unacceptable. This is unacceptable. Will they undo the deal?
No.
I want to give this to someone else.
I've
Mark's been tied up with some other stuff. To his defense, let's give this to someone else to rattle some chains. Who wants to rattle some chains? I mean, let's do it.
Well, I'll call Mark and see who he spoke to, and then I'll call the dealership.
Good. Thank you very much, Doc. Yeah, let's figure out what's going on, Tracy. This is unacceptable. I mean, you know, Kevin, this is getting worse and worse, bro. This is, and I'm telling everybody this. It's getting worse and worse. I mean, parts. I know they're not as bad as they were, but Kevin, we have people under warranty that can't get their car fixed for 6 months.
That's brutal, especially 2025. There's no inventory of parts.
All right, so Tracy, we're going to give you to Deputy Doc. Now, Jimmy, this was an issue with a stolen car, I believe, Jimmy. Let's talk about that. What's going on with your stolen car? Wait. You called the first time. I'm trying to find your call, Jimmy, so I can put some context to it. When did you first call me? Was this a GMC? Was this a GMC that was stolen, Jimmy?
Yes.
And it was stolen February 18th.
Yes, it is, Tom.
It was stolen February 18th.
Yes, exactly.
And it took 3 weeks for the general adjuster to contact you. The adjuster now says she transferred the file. The new adjuster says he's a busy man and isn't sure he can get to it. Brian Burns at Compass Insurance said this is unacceptable. Where does it stand today?
Okay, well, where it stands at right now, Tom, is I ended up calling, your guy gave me the number for Dura Insurance.
Good. That's the insurance commissioner's office. Department of, of regulatory agencies.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. So I went down there and I filed a complaint. About 2 hours after I filed the complaint, they called me.
Oh, man.
He said that he had already told me that he had 50 cases in front of me, and plus he had I don't know how many other cases that were unsolved, and that was the reason it was taking him so long. And at this point that he had already finished the paperwork, and that they wanted to make me a lowball offer of $3,900 for the vehicle. And I told him, well, I believe that it's the comp on that should be a lot more. And he said,
hold
no,
on, Jimmy.
I did my homework.
Jimmy, tell me what kind of car.
Yeah.
Before we go off on a tangent here, I would like to know what kind of car we're talking about here. I wanna do some searching on my own.
The GMC.
Yeah, I know, but tell me about it. Tell me a little. It's a 2006. How many miles on it?
It has 200 and right now I think it's 215.
I think that they made you a fair offer, bro. I'm sorry. What do you think it's worth?
I think it's worth at least $5.
I don't know, Kevin.
GMC what truck? You said?
Hey, let's get Rodney from JFR Cars on. Let's ask Rodney if he has an idea. Listen, it's old enough that I don't really know, okay? So I know a lot of people think their cars are worth what they're worth, you know. Tell me about it. Is it in really good condition?
Yes, it was in real good condition because I don't know if you remember, Tom, when I purchased it, I purchased it from the dealer that I bought it from.
It's a GMC what, though? What GMC what? Is it a Denali? What is it? A GMC what?
A Denali.
Oh, it is a Denali.
Denali.
Why don't I find the Denali here? They call it
Is it
something.
an Envoy Denali or just a pickup?
No, they call it something else. They don't call it a Denali. They don't have a Denali, do they?
Yeah, but what model GMC?
Yeah, what model GMC is it, bro? Is it a pickup truck?
Chevy, I think.
Is it a pickup truck?
No, it's a SUV.
So it's an Envoy Denali.
It's an Envoy Denali.
It's
Is it an Envoy XL, XUV?
Yeah.
Do you know anything about your car, man? Which one is it? The Envoy? Is it the Envoy XL? Jeez,
I think it is. You're right, Tom.
Okay. So let's just see. There's not many of them for sale. I have a 2006 here with 74,000 miles. And these are really accurate. Cars.com is the most accurate thing you're ever going to get. That's $9,900. That's a 2006 GMC Envoy XL with 74,000 miles. I have one here with 179,000 miles. See, this goes to show you, but it says it's a bad deal. So it tells you what, and this is 10 grand. So they're telling you it's too much at 179,000. I think 5,000 miles. I think $5,000 is not unreasonable.
It's pretty.
I think you're correct. So did you try to negotiate with him?
I tried, and he said no, that he did his homework, and that was
Well,
the most
here's
they
what
were
you
gonna
ask
offer
him.
me was,
Ask him for the data he used. Ask him for the data he used. Okay?
Okay.
Now, I also want you to contact someone else.
Okay.
All right? We have someone on the referral list, and he'll give you a first blush free of charge. Now, I don't know if you need to hire him, but if you ever do need to hire him, he's an expert appraiser. Okay? And here's where you find him. It's called Petty Details. And he's on the referral list.
Okay.
I'm going to see if it's...
I got his number.
Okay, good. I want you to call him, and then if it's really far off, it's worth fighting. I think you got a good case, Jimmy. I made some notes. Call me back and let me know what they say. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com, is one of the finest people I know. Real estate or not. So now when you put him with real estate, and his skill and expertise, you have a winning combination. Listen, if you just want to know what your house will sell for, he'll tell you. And you don't have to hire him to do that. So get a real analysis free of charge from a great realtor. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com, 303-920-1622.
Yep.
This is Denver Talk Station with Tom Martino now. Dan Kaplis today at 4, 630 KHOW, Denver. Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Well, good news is I-70 has been reopened. A 6-hour closure due to a crash over Vale Pass. It was westbound between Copper and Vale where we had the closure. Things are resuming to normal up there. Mountain roads actually look good. Dry highways. Here in town, northbound 25 at 6 on a crash. That's kind of backed up to Broadway. It looks like 270 is running a little slow on the eastbound side through York, but for the most part, freeway volume pretty light for us. With traffic, I'm Jonathan Steele.
Hi, I'm Kyle, founder of Blindster.com. I started Blindster in 2010 to make quality, custom-made blinds affordable to everyone. Traditional window covering retailers are expensive. Our prices are low, and our blinds are guaranteed to fit. Blindster.com.
Hey, you know, when I talk about carpet cleaning, you may think I go overboard because I'm telling you that Zero Res Denver is a must. ZeroResDenver.com or Zero Res. It's a must. You hear me talking about indoor air quality, water quality, supplements, health, exercise. Listen, you can't have poison put into your carpets, the biggest air filter in your home. You need ZeroResDenver.com because they use purified, softened, alkaline-based water, the best cleaning agent in nature. So here's what I want to tell you. At any price, they're a great deal. But right now, 3 rooms starting at $109, plus you get $75 off duct cleaning because they use the same amazing water for duct cleaning, tile and grout cleaning, upholstery, drapes, whatever you want. ZeroResDenver.com. Get Zero Resified the right way, the safe way. 303-471-5150. And I mean clean, too. You're not compromising clean to get the safety. 303-471-5150.
Very nice, thank you. We may have lost Mark permanently.
Okay. Well, you mean, okay. Forever, you mean, like forever. Okay.
Kevin, you want to host the show?
And they tell you the deal gauge on it.
Exactly.
So you bring it up and it tells you the deal gauge. So, Kev, here's the saves I've been saving. I've been just jonesing on these again. I don't know. I don't need one. Oh my God, for what you get, really, this is no better than a fucking Toyota Land Cruiser. It just does, it's what it does in the shorts for you. Now, the electric one's probably going to be the worst deal ever. That car, it has a low range. It has no, I mean, I just can't believe they entered into the foray right now. But see here, so here's the deal gauge, and they take that on comprehensive statistics. Now, this is a good deal. This is not a bad deal. See, what I'm trying to do is lease. Leasing is the only way to go right now for me. For most people, if you want.
The electric, you just don't know what it's going to do.
Even though there's a black interior, it has the diamond shape, so it's not as terrible. I hate black. But that's not terrible.
It's a cool pattern.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not a bad price. No, I know you're saying I'm crazy. It's not a bad price, but for a lease, that wouldn't be terrible. I don't need a new car. Kevin, my Beamer's running great. I got 30,000 miles. When is it going to start sprouting leaks?
You got at least double that, 50, 60 before you start having any issues.
Even if I take care of it, I will still have
matter.
Okay, now listen. So my car's due for its 30. Do you know what to do?
Oh, yeah.
Take it. So you'll know what to do. Yeah. Okay, because I'm not going to dealer anymore.
No.
Okay.
No, one of my guys is BMW trained.
Okay, so I'm going to bring it there. I want you to do whatever it is.
Yeah.
Hi, Rod.
And we already established you don't have loaners. And
I'm doing well.
So I just need to do it.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey, guys.
What?
Information.
Do you still want Rod?
A
Yes.
car that
You
was
want Rod
stolen,
for any reason?
and
Yes.
He has a problem with value.
Okay.
I want Rod. I
We'll
want
put
to talk to
We
him.
gave him your number. And
All right.
also
So
Kenny's.
listen,
We'd like him
He'll
on.
be calling
I'll
you.
go over there and get a lift.
Okay.
Kel, we'd
Okay.
like him on the air.
No problem.
We want him
Okay,
on the air.
bye.
Kelly, we'd like him on the air.
Oh shit!
I want to make an appointment then. So
Seriously?
Yep. That's why I was yelling.
Yeah.
So,
I didn't hear you.
do I call? Do you have a scheduler?
The thing is the service writer schedules.
Can I do it
and
online?
other issues. Never
Okay,
forget
good.
that.
I can make my own appointment online. Okay. And do I have to? Okay, I'm going to do it.
Hey, so they do want you on air, so I'm gonna call you back on the landline. If that's cool. Okay.
Okay, so you're going
I'll
to see
call you right
somebody
now.
really trying to do this.
Okay, bye.
This is so cool, Tim.
Thank you.
So what do
That
I
was
do
fun.
though if I don't know? See, what do I do? You see, I don't know what to put here. It's definitely an oil change. But what do I put? Like but I can put I can say okay, good.
You gotta understand, if I have the headphone in and somebody talking in my ear loudly, I can't hear you yell.
2000.
I know. That's why it's fun for me. I don't care what
Probably
happens.
ask you further in. This is new.
I just like yelling at
Okay,
you.
my BMW needs.
Man,
I'm
it's
gonna
Friday.
put
I'm
down
not
everything
doing anything.
here.
I don't know
I
what
just
to do.
wanna do that.
Definitely have to do
2022
laundry.
BMW X7.
Does anybody want to? I have a couple of small loads. Anybody want to take me on?
What do they call it? The MB. Okay. Needs.
I've told you many times, if you bring me your laundry,
Shannon, are you going to go to the Golden Corral?
and bring it back to you.
No.
Fold it.
No. Oh, here we go.
Treatment I received. AdvancedHair.com.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. I was just online making an appointment for my Beamer to get it serviced at Kevin's. I'm doing his online scheduling in front of him so he can see what a first time, because I've never done it before. I usually just talk to him directly. But I said, I'm going to use your online scheduler and you can see how it is and how intuitive it is. You know, people, if you don't do beta testing on your stuff with your friends and neighbors, you'll never really know. Now, why am I going to Anthony? Is there a reason? Okay, yes, because he was next. Anthony wants to talk about his a repair with Oxcar Care. Anthony, talk to us about this. Oh, Rodney, hold on. Let me do this. Rodney's on, so I want to get Rodney on. Rod Greer with JFR Cars. We use him as an expert. He's a broker. He sources new cars for you, no matter where they are, really. You don't have to. They're a new car
Kelly
dealer.
Kelly spilled her mimosa on the phone. Give us 1 second to get him back on.
Oh, so she let him off? Okay. So who should I take? Anthony then? I sound like Joe Biden.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, Anthony. Hey, Anthony, what's happening with your problem? Tell me about it.
Good morning.
Hey.
Good morning, Tom. How you doing?
Good, man. What's going on with you?
I'm doing good. I have a small problem with Ox Car Care, which is a third-party extended warranty. My mom has a 2012 Land Rover, Range Rover, autobiography. It's a very nice vehicle. It's about $140,000 brand new.
You mean
very well made?
Wait, 140,000. Wait. You just said she has a 2012 Toyota Land Cruiser.
No, Land Rover.
Land Rover. Oh yeah, you're right. I know what you're talking about now. You're right. They are overpriced. So what about it? Wait, it's not a Toyota. It's a Land Rover.
Land Rover.
I'm sorry. I don't know where I got Toyota. Okay, a 2012 Land Rover. What's going on with it?
It's a Land Rover, Range Rover. So we just brought it in to get the oil changed, and they did a diagnostic check, and they found a few things that's wrong with it. And we're familiar with Land Rover being a little pricey on repairs. So originally we had Car Shield, and then switched to Ox Car Care.
Let me just say something, and it's too late. It's too late now, Anthony, but let me just tell you that used car warranties suck, and I do not recommend them or these service plans. They suck. And Kevin, in general, tell me if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Do they all suck, or do you like some of them?
You know, even the ones that are good, it sucks sometimes. I mean, it's 50-50.
Is it hard to get them to pay for it?
It's a job involved. All in itself is trying to get coverage, yes.
Okay, so anyway, keep going, Anthony. So you have Ox Car Care, and tell me the problem.
Well, the challenge is just getting in touch with someone that you can talk to when you send it over. And normally the customers don't get involved. You just have the repair company and Ox Car Care, and they deal with it. And the repair company had some challenges communicating with them. And one day I had called just to check on it, and I spoke to the gal there. And we called on conference call, and they made claim that they didn't have the information. And this lady looks at her records, and she's like, at such and such time, I sent it to so and so. And
do me a favor. Do me a favor, Anthony. Here's what I want to know. Yeah. What specific issue are we dealing with right now? Is there a repair you can't get done, or you can't get a yay or a nay? Or tell me what's going on right now.
Okay, so we have, to dwindle it down, there's an oil pan that needs to be replaced. The contract says that the oil pan is covered under the coverage, and we resubmitted.
Why would an oil pan need to be replaced? It sounds, was it damaged?
Not to my knowledge.
Because usually, correct me if I'm wrong, Kevin, oil pans don't don't wear out.
He's probably referring to the gasket or something is leaking.
So it needs to be reset or
gasket or something, yeah.
Okay, because if it was damaged, obviously they'll never cover it.
No, if it hits.
All right, so keep going here. So go ahead.
So we Land Rover was contacted, and Land Rover said you had to replace it, and here's the amount. So they sent over, they submitted a proposal over to Ox Car Care. They said they have 5 days to look at it, and this is the second time that they've looked at it. And I called them. Then they didn't have it. They didn't have the document. Then they said that they were shorthanded. And finally,
what do they just keep putting you off?
Yeah, so they had 5 days. Yesterday was the 5th day, and they escalated it. They're supposed to handle it today, but even when I have called them, we keep getting the same lip service. They keep like pushing it back. Like,
what should he do,
a
Kev?
week or next week?
Kevin,
Well, is the shop helping you at all try to communicate, or are they kind of done with it?
No, they are, but they don't answer to the shop. That's why I got involved.
They can be a challenge. Yeah, I mean,
so what do you do, Kev? I mean, really, this sucks. This really sucks.
yeah, I've never dealt with them specifically, but we've never gone that far. Usually, we'll send emails. They can take 36 hours or something to answer.
Have we ever had luck getting through to these people? I mean, they're just going to take our call and put it on hold too, probably. I don't know. You know what?
Yeah, you ask for a manager. They have no manager in the entire facility to help you. And you can hear in the background, it's really loud and it's a call center, and you have a hard time hearing them. And eventually they just put you on hold or they hang up. And this has been, the car has been there about 9 weeks.
Oh my God.
9 weeks.
9 weeks. This is ridiculous. Okay, we need to get you. I'm going to put Deputy D on it. I want Deputy D to contact you and then him to contact them. He has a pretty good way. I mean, all my deputies have their own ways of doing things, but I think this one is suited for him. So let's do that. You hold on, and you'll be hearing from Deputy D or Dimitri, shortly. Okay, and let's just see if we can rattle the cage over there. I can't believe it. They have had your car. Wait, but you can still drive this car, right?
Oh, he's on hold.
Okay, I don't know why you'd be able to drive it.
Yeah, just keep oil in it. Yeah, I wouldn't, because he came in for an oil change. He didn't even come in.
Did he say 9 weeks?
He did say 9 weeks. Yeah.
Are you? And that's.
Yeah, I would be driving while I'm fighting these guys, but he's in his 5th day of his window, so that's what he was.
So I'm going to give this to Deputy D. Then Deputy D, I don't blame this guy for being frustrated. My God, I'd be frustrated too. All right, so wait. Jay has a comment on the price of the stolen.
Rod is back.
Excuse me, Shannon?
Rod is back.
Oh, there he goes. Rod. Okay, let me go to Rod first. Rod at JFR Cars. Rod, where do you go to value cars? Because this is an age-old problem. People get their cars stolen or totaled, and they want to make sure they get the right price. Where do you go? What do you like to use?
I use a couple of websites that can value the car. I can go to, we have a system that will tell you exactly how many cars are out there, what's your competition, and where, and put a price on it from high to low and how long they've been on the market. So that's what I use to get it. It's a dealer's device or website. It's vAuto.
Now, for a consumer,
exactly,
Rodney,
a nice rate.
Maybe you think I'm crazy, but for a consumer, because it's such a large amount of data to draw from, Cars.com does a fabulous job, because what they do is they look at the real market and what cars are selling for there, and then they have what's called a deal gauge. So if you put in a make and model you're looking for, it's set, and then see what the price is. It tells you if it's a good or bad deal or an outstanding deal. Have you ever heard of Cars.com?
Yes, of course. And we found that even Car Guru is a little bit better system because it tells you how long it's been out there on the market. So it gives you a little bit more leverage. So between that, Auto Trader, Cars.com, and Car Guru, that's a great piece to be able to judge where the market is on the car. And when you're going out there, and that'd be great for the public. So,
all right. Thank you very much. And I want to mention that I've been working with JFR Cars now because I've been toying with the idea of another car. And again, I've been talking to the leasing expert. And even a slightly used car can be leased at a deal. My opinion on leases have totally changed. Thank you, Rod. 303-520-6839. That's where he is. And we're right here at 303 Martino. We'll be back with more right after this.
Very nice.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Red Pilled America.
D.
Well, good news is
The
I-70 has
D-man.
been reopened. A 6-hour closure due to a crash over Vale Pass. It was westbound between Copper and Vale where we had the closure. Things are resuming to normal up there. Mountain Roads actually look good.
You're
Dry
right.
highways.
Thank you for
Here in
remembering
town,
that.
Northbound 25 at 6 on a crash. That's kind of backed up to Broadway. Looks like 270 is running a little slow on the eastbound side through York, but for the most part, freeway volume pretty light for us. With traffic, I'm Jonathan Steele.
Have you ever wondered about the origin of wokeness? Red Pilled America's 5-part series digs deep into the origin of wokeness and how this ideology took root in America. Listen to Red Pilled America on the iHeartRadio app. That's Red Pilled America, a storytelling show.
All right, let's talk about John Fuller, who's a personal injury expert. That's right. I say that because he's an attorney, yes, and he'll fight your case, yes, but sometimes you just want information. And you know what? So many attorneys, they don't talk to you until you hire them. With John Fuller, you call and you say, I need information. If you call the office, you'd say, I want to talk to John personally, and you will. 303-597-4500. He'll evaluate your case. He'll go over all the details, tell you what you should do next. If you think it's a good fit, he'll work for you on a percentage fee basis. That's up to you, though. The call is free. The information is free. 303-597-4500. O'Brien Legal Services. Now, that's an attorney that I hope you take advantage of, because here's why. So many people do real estate deals without at least having someone look over the paperwork. Brad O'Brien is a real estate attorney. He can look over closing docs. He can also look over financing docs. He can look over disputes you might be having with a neighbor, something with a survey, anything to do with real estate. If you're a landlord now trying to navigate these choppy waters with the new laws, he can help you there. It's O'Brien Legal Services. OLSlaw.com. 720-370-7388. So,
yep.
Great cash incentives or special financing rate of 0% APR with 72 equal monthly payments for the group credit. Call for details, 800-362-8370.
How confident are you in your retirement plan? When was the last time it was reviewed? The financial world evolves quickly. Make sure you're maximizing your options. Joseph Quijano is a certified financial planner with over 4 decades of experience helping people make smart money moves. Join Joseph and his son Jordan on the Retirement and Income Show. Heard weekends right here. Call now for a free copy of Joseph Quijano's Retirement and Income Book. 844-315-SAVE. That's 844-315-SAVE.
Attention. If you suffer from consistent pain in your joints caused by arthritis, overuse, or injury, you may be a candidate for a revolutionary therapy that could revitalize damaged tissue. This approach can provide long-lasting relief from pain in your knees, shoulders, hips, and other joints with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. To find out if you're a viable candidate, you can request a free consultation from QC Kinetics by calling 970-659-1508. Instead of masking the symptoms, it goes to the root of the problem to resolve it at its source. Already used by thousands of satisfied patients nationwide, this joint pain therapy is available right now to the public, but only for qualified candidates. Again, to find out if you're a
What? Little awkward.
I'm here.
Try it again.
Where do you want it?
We don't care. Up your fucking.
I didn't see that you were going to be late. I didn't see that. So
Too hot, too cold, where are we at?
You're overmodulated. The signal's strong. You're just overmodulated. Like.
Now you're low. And now you're low and overmodulated.
Yeah, you see, tell them there's a difference between modulation and volume, please.
Yeah, I'm suddenly going to start helping.
So modulation comes over the carrier.
I hear like one
for Christ's sake.
Damn it, I wish it was.
I'm gonna go fucking throw my Starlink on if you guys can hear me. I'll be back.
Great. Ugh. And we're glad you're muting your mic, Tom, so we don't have to hear you guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
Spot's really low. Oh, poor Rick Dees. All right, here we go.
On your free iHeartRadio app and listen now.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Solving problems, answer questions, take complaints. Very interesting, some of the problems we've had today. And let me go right to the phones. You know, there's nothing worse than not coming up with a valuation when your car is totaled or stolen. It's so difficult to argue. I've watched Mark do it successfully, where he would go out and find cops. He did it, man. He was so meticulous that it's
not that hard.
It's not?
It really isn't. I mean, if you take a few, screenshots of cars in this area being sold, send it to them. I mean, they have to honor parts of it.
Yeah, now, and then petty details helps, but Jay has a comment on it. Go ahead, Jay. What's your comment?
Good morning, Tom. So if you're going to try to comp that car, it's a Denali, but it's a Yukon Denali. There's Yukon XL, which is the base model. Then the XL2.
What did you think about? What did you think about it? What is it worth? Do you think he wanted $5,000 for it? What do you think it's worth?
Condition is everything. A Denali is never going to be cheap. It's the most expensive one. They have tons of upgrades. He's probably right in the ballpark, if not even almost low, because if it's in great shape, that's what a person looks at when they look at a car.
Yeah, but it's got 240,000 miles on it, brother. 240,000 miles.
I know, but when you sell some, if it's shiny and pretty, people don't think things out clearly. He's probably right in the ballpark. Because a Denali was a really expensive vehicle.
Yeah, it was. He's right.
Okay.
So
do they still make them?
Base.
Oh, yeah.
The XL2 is way more expensive.
Are they worth
Yeah,
it, Jay? Jay, do you think they're worth it?
No, and I don't like GM products anyway. They tend to leak oil from every possible crevice.
Wait.
And
Is that true? Kevin used to.
You can have one in condition.
Then all cars do is what you're telling me. Who's the best for not turning into a leaky rat trap? Come on. Who's the best?
Probably Toyota. I mean, yeah, always go. Toyota's the best at everything.
Toyota.
Yeah.
Toyota's the best at everything.
Yep.
Are you kidding?
Subarus are chronic leakers too.
Toyota is that good?
Yes.
Why is that, do you think?
They just, it's a quality.
I have a fleet of Fords, not one leaks anything.
Yep.
My goodness. And so you're not impressed with German cars, are you?
No. I mean, if buy them new, run them 2-3 years, and
but you're not impressed with
jump off
for their longevity.
No.
Where it used to be when I was younger, I was a kid in search of an image, and I bought an old Mercedes 220D.
Yeah, well, that'll run forever.
Forever and ever.
But
it was the oldest.
And it's still going to have issues.
That diesel car would. And man, it was beautiful. I had it.
You get 1 million miles on that car.
Uh-oh. Somebody hung up. All right. Cameron, what's going on with you, Cameron?
Hey. So I recently just got out of the Army and moved to Colorado from Texas. And I moved in about 5 days ago, and when they haven't given me my parking pass yet, and when I woke up this morning, me and my fiance's car both had boots on them.
Wait a minute. Is this happened today?
Correct, this morning.
Okay, keep going.
So I went in to talk to them about it and asked if they could remove the boots, and they said no, I still have to pay for it. Even though Texas has different registration, They just have a sticker on the top.
You wait a minute, Cameron. I want to help you, especially a veteran who just served our country, and these guys are screwing around with him. You hang in there. We're going to come back to you and more on the Troubleshooter Show.
Yeah.
3, go ahead. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. Testing. Okay, so I already.
You gonna call that dealership there, Doc?
I'm gonna call them right now.
So weird that that's so low. Oh, well.
Sensational. The president of the Savannah People arrests Banco was arrested on charges of fatally shooting her idol in a motel room.
Good morning. Thanks for
Hi,
calling
Barbara.
the Tom Martino Show.
From the Troubleshooter Show. Say, when you have those...
I'm good. Did you hang up?
Main drain in the crawl space pipe, just tell them that someone from the Troubleshooter Show is going to come out.
Okay, I'll put you back. And
that
you're
way
the
they
one
might
with to remind me again, they're here and make it your car.
Someone is going to come out. So after they
and
put
it's
the
the
plastic
tire
down
valve, right?
and get the repair done, and give me a call on my personal cell, which
Okay,
you have.
hang on for me.
And I'll make arrangements to come out there and look it over. All right? Thanks. Bye.
Good morning. Thanks for calling the Tom Martino Show. Sure. What is your name?
ID, are you there?
Under whom?
Oh, he's got the mic off.
I'm sorry. I still don't understand you. Were you working with a deputy? Okay, which deputy were you working with? Okay, your name's AVA? AVA. Ava. Okay. And what was the nature of your case? Do you remember the last time you called? And you had an issue with the transmission replacement? Eagle Automotive? I don't know if you have me on a speakerphone or something, but I'm having a lot of trouble understanding you. Okay, yeah, don't have me on a speakerphone. That's not good. Okay, and you don't remember the deputy you were working with? No, I'll just put you on hold. Tom has copious notes, so he can probably look it up. All right, hold on.
Copious.
I don't have his notes in front of me, no, but he does. What was the year and make of the car? Oh, 2009 Kia Sorento. Okay, hold on. What a fucking ditz. God, it is like fucking hate speakerphone.
You seem to have a problem with that.
Well, you do too.
All right, YouTube morons, do you like my shirt? Did you guys see it?
What does the bottom say?
Very
What's the bottom?
appropriate, Tom.
See, I hope I can. I don't know. It's hard to. This one, this is on the wide shot. If I go to the tight shot.
Well, to be able to see your shirt better, you're going to have to use a much wider shot.
Here, look at this.
Can you? How far can the camera pull back?
But can you pull way back? But there.
Yeah, do
really,
that from now on.
That's really good right there.
You can see that from a mile away.
And this was
Nice.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice, or you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hey, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the Troubleshooter Show. I have Uncle Kevin with me from Sheridan Auto Tech. Today is car day. And then I also have Deputy D here in the satellite studio. We have Deputy Doc and Deputy Bo back at the main studio. And Major Marc Mager floating around out there. We're having some connection issues with him. But we have the whole team ready to help you any way we can. So let me just take the round table real quick. Deputy Doc, are you working on anything?
He's calling that dealership in the other studio, Tom.
Okay, so he's doing it right now. What are you working on, Bo?
He's doing it. I'm just working on this other main sewer line leak. Barbara that called in the other day, but I'm going to be a little cautious. I want things to dry out good before I have to go look.
All right, and Deputy D, what are you working on, bro?
Well, Tom, I think we have a pretty interesting update from Uncle Kevin over here, because you may recall that on the 24th, a lady by the name of Alice called in on behalf of her son Armando, who has a 2012 C Arcadia with a leaky rear main seal that you and I had a discussion.
Here's what's the deal. He had an engine done by the shop, and now the rear main seal is leaking. The shop says that's not part of the engine rebuild, and
it was a used engine they put in, a used rebuild. Oh, interesting.
It's just a
Yeah,
It
no,
has
it's
an
a
updated-
remanufacturing. No, she never said it. She knew it was a reman.
Yeah.
It was. That's why we thought it should have a new main seal. Let's get right to it. A rear main seal, is it part of the engine or the transmission?
Engine. It is attached to the engine.
Okay. When you do an engine or buy a rebuilt or a remanned engine, should you get a new rear main seal?
It comes installed in the reman engine.
So, what did you find when you looked at that?
Well,
They said it wasn't part
a
of
little
it.
more, he was told it wasn't covered by warranty, so he took it somewhere else to get the rear main done because they weren't going to honor the warranty on another leak until he fixed that and back and forth. The whole thing's, I think, is a mess. They claim it's a 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty. He has 2 years and 20,000 miles on the car. So I'm not sure why they're not honoring a warranty. That's more to the point to me. He's got a lot of issues. He's got a head gasket leak now. He's got some other problems.
But the real issue was the warranty should cover it.
Warranty should have covered it the first time. I asked Armando to please call and see where they got the engine from, and I will deal with the direct.
So good. So that's in the works right now.
Hopefully, they're not forthcoming as to where they got the motor.
You got something?
No, I think that's a really great discovery on your part to have gone through that paperwork. But I do have one quick question.
Yep.
According to the original shop that installed this reman engine, they said the rear main seal, and I'm paraphrasing, wasn't in the engine. It's outside of the engine.
Yeah.
It's some intermediary device.
Like some kind of a unit that goes between the transmission.
It's a housing that's bolted to the
But
back
it's
of the
bolted to the main part of the engine.
To the engine, yeah. It comes with the engine.
All right, 303-713-TALK. Well, then, are they kind of universal in a way, then? If that rear main seal on an engine is meant for any kind of transmission to marry up to it?
Well, yeah, it's
whatever it is.
Yeah,
in other
whatever
words,
it happens to be. But
okay, so
it's never ever put a reman engine in without a rear main seal. That's crazy.
Can you theoretically take an engine that has the rear main seal and the matchup for one transmission and get another one for another transmission?
Oh yeah,
you can interchange.
Yeah, it really has nothing to do with the transmission, the rear main seal.
Oh, it doesn't.
It's the actual rear seal of the engine. Period. The engine bolts to the training, but it has nothing to do with.
But doesn't a shaft go through it?
No.
Oh, it doesn't.
No, because the torque converter will bolt.
Okay, I have a bad visual. And folks, it's hard to visualize, so we won't do it to you. So, but what he's saying is it's part of the engine, period. Okay.
Could have been warranted,
Thank
in
you.
my opinion.
All right.
Kevin, did I hear you say that you might be able to provide the warranty service?
Depending on who we bought the engine from, I can file a claim with them.
Yeah.
To move further.
All they want to do is that all shops, manufacturers want to do of engines that someone's not screwing them.
Sure.
And okay, so Cameron, this problem bothered me. You're a veteran, by the way. Thank you for your service. Where did you serve, Cameron?
I was in Fort Hood, Texas.
And you got out and moved to Colorado. What brings you to Colorado?
Well, I grew up here, and I'm also going to medical sales college here coming up this summer.
Good. So, Cameron, you got a new apartment. You didn't have your tags yet. And your cars were booted, and you're telling me they don't see that you were not violating parking? What do they say about it?
Well, so I had my tags; they were just Texas tags, and so when I went
I mean, why did they tow you or boot you? I mean, what was the reason for booting you? Did they think you weren't part of that complex?
Yes, because we didn't have a parking pass sticker that they were supposed to give us.
Okay, got it. Now, you didn't have the sticker, so they booted you. And who did the apartment manager say they would not undo it?
So I talked to the leasing lady. She said she wouldn't do it. And when she said that, I asked to talk to the manager. And then I waited for about 30 minutes for the manager, and he came out of his office, said he was really busy and to email him.
Okay, this sucks. This really sucks. Kachina, I want to try to get him on the air now. I want to see if they'll come on and talk about how they do a veteran this way. Especially, let me ask you this, Cameron. At the time your cars were booted, you legally had signed, you had already signed a lease.
Correct.
and they don't see the mistake.
Yes.
So did you end up paying for it? Did you end up paying for it?
I have not yet because it happened this morning, so they're still on there. I'm trying to.
Kachina, we got to get into high gear.
They haven't responded to my email or anything.
Hang on, Cameron. This sucks, man. This should not be happening. I appreciate your service, by the way. Welcome home. This is a slap in the face. For God's sakes, you signed a lease. Your cars were out there temporarily. Give him a frickin' break. Now, this is bull crap. It's really bull crap, man. This is, I just can't believe this. Cameron, hang in there. We are going to go to war if these people won't help you. And this, is it Park It Right? I forgot to ask. Is this the same scumbag Park It Right? That piece of garbage? 303-713-TALK, 713-8255, 888heating.com, high efficiency heating and air. Right now, look at the air. And they guarantee the lowest prices. They do. You want high efficiency. You want heating or air. You're going to go new. Get one of the best brands, the lowest prices, and the highest efficiency. 303-770-2776.
Okay.
I just can't believe they're getting
Addiction, trauma, depression, and anxiety can make you feel like you're alone. We promise you are not. The Raleigh House is here for you. The team at the Raleigh House provides treatment unlike any other. They understand what you've been through, and they can help you get where you need to go. The Raleigh House provides a place where you can heal from addiction or trauma, find your purpose, and start rewriting your life story. The Raleigh House can help. Visit theRaleighHouse.com to get the help you need. That's the RALEIGH house.com.
Please mark your calendars for April 5th. I'm going to be doing, I rarely do this, but I'm doing this with Vestera Turnkey because I believe in their program so much. So we're going to be doing, Barry, the founder of Vestera Turnkey, and myself, we're going to be doing a live seminar, and it's April 5th. I'm going to, mybiggestruturn.com to sign up. Okay, let me get that out of the way. mybiggestruturn.com. We're going to be talking about becoming a landlord in hot real estate markets, having your properties managed, and not having the hassles or risks of the normal landlord thing. So you can be a landlord and take advantage of the Vestera Turnkey program. I'm also going to be there to tell you how you can use retirement money for that, so you don't even have to take it out of your regular account. That's mybiggestruturn.com. All right, Joe Lazzara. He is a criminal defense attorney. So when I talk about him, I know everyone thinks, and they should, I'll never need one of those. But you know what? A serious traffic offense like speeding, or you could have like a DUI, you could have a scuffle with a neighbor, a shouting match at a bar. I'm telling you, you wouldn't believe some of the things trouble people get into, sometimes intentionally, sometimes not. Whether you made a stupid mistake, whether, it doesn't matter. You need an attorney, and you can't shop under pressure. I've done the shopping for you. Free initial consultations always. And then flat rate pricing. That's Joe Lazzara, Lazzara, 303-429-6200, 429-6200. I went way over.
Or Amazon.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got, what we want to do is go into the shops and sit on
Shoot a poodle. Well, I'm the
Kevin,
moron that runs the audio, so I don't know anything. Let me put you on hold. I'll get you over to Kelly.
You know, Tom
slightly more than
and Mark both have electric bikes.
Don't run off. Hang on.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
Oh.
So you ask them what kind they bought. They probably did the research.
Doc, thank you. That's good, because I don't know anything about
way
electric
before,
bikes.
you know, all the songs and stuff.
I'd like to find a used one.
Snow, nothing got me down. But they're,
Yeah, that's
you know,
a good
I forget
idea.
why they were first made. They were commissioned by an army.
Really?
Yeah.
Kind of like a Land Rover kind of thing.
Yeah. So I got a guy renting part of my hangar now because I don't use it all. I just got there. His new aircraft. I just got there.
Doc, did you use that gift card yet that the Majors gave us for Christmas?
Oh, I used it a long time ago.
Oh man.
Did someone say the pork chops there are really good? Did I hear that on the air?
No, I said that the
Hey, Tom?
the deal with
Yeah.
I think on
Thank you
Wednesday
for
or Thursday night,
thanking Cameron for his service.
Yeah.
where they got a
I meant it.
Did you hear where he said he served?
roast beef.
Yeah, in
prime rib.
Texas.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
And so I really
prime rib
appreciate
night.
when you said welcome home.
like on a
That's
Wednesday?
good.
No,
Thursday,
I meant to
Thursday.
Colorado. He said he grew up here.
Yeah, the primer was really
Oh,
pretty
okay.
good.
I thought you meant like from
Is it a
Nom.
fancy place? You got to dress white tablecloth.
No.
Oh.
You can go dressed like you are.
Oh, okay. So Wednesday maybe roast beef.
Just call them up at maybe Wednesday or Thursday. Actually, it's probably a Thursday.
Yeah, I'll call them up.
Because you can get
That would probably be a
three-
better way to run this show.
Kids out there today to use that card up.
Hey, Tom?
Yeah.
Say again?
Tom?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, you're not going to be happy. It's all automated, and all you could do is leave a message.
With the HOA or with the apartment place?
No, with the apartment complex.
Yeah, really? Wow. Okay.
Yeah, really? Wow. Okay.
We'll do what we can.
We'll do what we can.
Just too loud? Right now, yeah. But when we go on, I'll...
But when we go on,
Oh, no. Thanks.
That's the most lamest thing if you actually have an urgent matter. God. If your matter is urgent, please press 2.
Man, I have a good
Tom, when are you going to switch the staff to AI?
Cut them off. Actually, you wouldn't even have to tone. You just go over there.
Tom, I'll go over there and cut them off with my
What-
my sawzall.
You know what? And they'll say it's criminal, and it's not, because they
I'll
first
do
of all, it shows up on your car. That's a civil thing. That's not the law.
I mean, because this is
I
so circuitous.
I swear to God, if I was in proximity with a tool, I'd go over and hack that son of a bitch off. Now, is it? As I remember them, they're not that hardy. They just have some chains holding them on. So a good grinder.
You can use a
Ryobi grinder.
cordless sawzall.
Yeah,
It's
but
too
that's
bad
too
we
hard.
can't
You don't
send
even have to
somebody
do that.
down there.
Just a Ryobi grinder.
Hey, Tom?
Yeah.
Since they're not answering and it's too circuitous, it might be better if somebody actually goes down there and confronts the manager.
Ooh, that would be good.
Would you like for me to go do that?
Yeah, and then
Slip him the D.
let's start out friendly at first.
Jesse.
Let's start out friendly at first. The man had a lease. I'm Tom Martino. I'm getting more progressively pissed off as time goes on. When it comes to Cameron, a veteran of the Army, served his country, comes to Colorado, goes to an apartment complex. And the apartment complex, he signs a lease, but he had not gotten his parking passes. While his cars are outside, they get nabbed. They get booted by Park It Right, the pieces of crap they are, Park It Right. I want to know what kind of signage there was out there, Cameron. What kind of warning signs were in the parking lot?
There's no warning signs. There's guest visitor parking, and that's it.
And where were you, in guest visitor?
No, I was right next to my apartment.
Okay, and you were in a parking space that would have been totally legal as a tenant, right?
Correct.
It's just that you didn't have the pass out there. How long after you moved in did this happen?
About 7 days, I believe.
Why? Now let me put it back on you a bit and be fair here. Why, after 7 days, did you not have a parking pass?
Well, I went in multiple times to ask about it, and the lady said she didn't know how to do the Texas one. She was going to talk to her manager, and then get
What
back
do you
to
mean?
us.
What do you mean didn't know how
and
to
then
do
she
the Texas?
proceeded never to get back.
Hold on, bro. What do you mean she didn't know how to do the Texas thing? They have to record your plates, right?
Because we have a Texas registration. Yeah, she didn't. She asked for our registration, and I gave her the Texas one, a picture of it, because the Texas one's just a sticker.
Yeah.
And so she's like, "Let me talk to my manager. I don't know how to do these ones.
Okay,
And I'll get
got
back
it.
to you on Monday."
Makes complete sense to me, Cameron. Listen, what's the name of the apartment complex?
Spyglass Creek.
Spyglass? You're actually
Yes.
saying Spyglass Creek. Okay. Where is it?
Correct. It is in Denver.
Okay. Other than that, is everything going okay?
Yeah, everything's fine. Other than that, so
Okay. You leave your information. and we're gonna see what we can do for you. I'm gonna have Deputy Bo. I think he should go down and talk to them in a nice way and just say, look, here's a soldier. He had a lease, and he tried to apply for a parking pass, so it was a mistake. Yeah, it might have been technically wrong. He didn't have a pass displayed, but you didn't issue one to him. Listen, this is bull crap. And Park It Right, come on, man. How much do they want, Cameron, for these two?
$320.
For both or for one?
For both.
All right, listen, man. All I say is we're going to do what we can to help you. 303-713-8255. Shannon, do I owe you the first break? Did I go over?
No, sir.
Okay, good. Okay, I didn't know I took a break. Good. Okay, let's go to Ava. Ava.
Hi, Tom.
Ava, this was about an engine replacement, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Eagle Automotive and Transmission in Parker.
Yeah, I'm looking for it here. Sorrento, wasn't it?
Correct.
Okay, and you brought it to Eagle Transmission and Diesel and Parker for a used engine. You paid $5,900. Now you're having trouble with it. It needs a timing chain and camshaft. Well, Kevin, why would it need that if it's you paid $5,900 for for a used engine. So did they, at the last time we checked, Dollar was working on this. Didn't they say they were going, Deputy Dollar, didn't they say they were going to fix it for you?
Well, they offered to reduce the price to fix it from, I think it was $3,300.
But wait a minute. When did they do this used engine? I guess they can't warranty a used engine. It's not their fault.
Oh, you go. We get 12 on all our used motors.
Okay, hold on.
No, let me bring you up to date, Tom.
Go ahead.
Okay, so your deputy basically said for me to bite the bullet and pay the additional amount to have this engine so that it would run. Now, I felt that was grossly unfair, and that's why I'm calling back, because I want your listeners to know that if they feel that they have been ripped off, don't give up. I took this to Visa International, and I did have to pay for 2 additional diagnostic reports. I got one from Kia Arapahoe, the dealer, and one from another local Kia specialist. And I proved that Eagle Transmission lied. They told me...
Wait a minute, Ava, you went and did all this on your own?
You betcha.
You get the dinger. Now, let me ask you something, Ava. What's the end result?
You got it. My bank, Visa International, agreed with me. They felt that I was treated fraudulently.
Yes.
And they gave me back every penny.
Wow.
Yeah, isn't that great?
Now, hold on. Here's what I want to tell you. I want to give you a little legal note here. Not legal advice, but a legal note. When the credit card company is nothing more than a platform for payment. If that credit card company says, we don't think Ava should have paid that bill, and they give your money back, that bill is still a bill. And that mechanic, that shop can still come after you for payment. They just can't get the payment through Visa. Do you understand that?
I understand that, but I feel perfectly confident with the diagnostic reports that I have from the Kia dealership that I will be good. So I'm prepared to go there if need be. And one last point,
Ava, you sound like a fighter. I like it. Here's what I want to know, though. This is very important that we find this out. What was it that went wrong with the engine?
Well, it's my belief that the engine was a bad engine to begin with.
But did they warranty the engine?
They sold me a warranty that was... No, they did not. He sold me a warranty that he told me was included with the engine replacement.
Oh.
And I discovered that when I looked at my engine. And then it turns out it was a bogus warranty because Number one, it was substandard. It didn't pay for labor. Number two, he refused to give me a copy of the warranty, and he said that the additional work he had done on this
Why
engine
did they want?
had
But well, hold on though.
exceeded the
Here's a
maximum
logical
cap.
question. Here's a logical question, Ava. You bought a car. Excuse me. You bought an engine. You paid them. They gave you a warranty, and then they wouldn't fix it. What reason did they give that you needed to pay for it?
Well, they said that the additional work to this engine that they installed would exceed. The additional work would exceed the warranty that he sold me.
And he was saying it wasn't part of it. You know what? I'm really happy that you fought this. You did a great job. I really appreciate you calling back. And you know what?
Yeah.
Listen, to my deputy's defense, when he said, you should just bite the bullet and pay it, I would have disagreed with that advice. And he might have had his own reasoning at the time. But what I would have said was, look, I would have fought it on the warranty issue, and I'm sorry this happened to you. But man, did you? I'm happy that you stuck to your guns. Again, just everybody, so you know, when you have an issue with a credit card, it's wonderful. They can withhold payment, but that creditor can still come after you if they believe that you owe them money. All right, we have more coming up. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. K&H Home Solutions for your windows, siding, doors, and more. K&H has what you're looking for, even painters right now. So yeah, they have K&H Pro Painters. So go to khwindows.com.
Thank you.
KHOW Denver, 630 KHOW, an iHeart radio station. Download the free iHeart Radio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Taking a Walk Podcast. That's quiet right on the highways, byways. Seeing some construction on I-76. This is going to be the westbound side in between I-25 and Federal for westbounders in there. A little bit of a glitch, a little slow and go to get through that stretch. 270 running just a little heavy coming out of the Commerce City area. I-25 south into downtown from I-70 through Spear. Also sluggish coming out of the airport on Pena. Looks like from Tower back to I-70 also just a little slow, but no major difficulties with traffic. I'm Jonathan Steele.
I'm Buzz Knight, the host of the Taking a Walk podcast, and join me for an episode with founding member of the Doobie Brothers, Patrick Simmons, talking about their new album, Walk This Road. Listen to Taking a Walk on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
RecoverYourHair.com. Go to that website. You're going to learn about hair transplants and something else, medical tourism. Let me just give it to you in a nutshell. It's the same high quality hair transplants you get here in Denver. Truly it is. Certified MDs, they do the hair transplants, okay? So here's the deal. If you're looking to do that anyway, and you want to save money and take a trip, recoveryourhair.com is the story. Now, I met this guy and he said, Tom, I did it for a fraction of the cost. And that was with airfare and hotel. I had a lot of fun. Plus I had a hair transplant all in a long weekend. Nick Turner said, I'm going to do it for others. So if you want to take part of it, go and call Nick, 970-534-0676. Get a hair transplant and do medical, do a weekend. Do a long weekend. And it's in Istanbul, Turkey. I mean, seriously, this is a cool idea. You save money and you get an exotic trip. 970-534-0676. John Fuller, personal injury attorney and expert we use on the show all the time. You need to talk to an attorney, not just, talk about attorneys or talk to a friend of an attorney. You need to talk to an attorney about your case. And John Fuller is one of the few, in fact, the only one I know who'll talk to you before you hire him. So you call the office and say, I want to talk to John Fuller. Talk about your accident, and he'll give you advice free of charge. If you hire him, it's on a percentage fee basis, and you still have access all the time to him with his personal cell phone. 303-597-4500, 597-4500.
Thank you.
Now listen. Okay, never mind. I can still do Denver Regen.
I wondered about that. Thank
I'll
you
just
for
do
checking.
the stem cell part of it.
Okay.
Google Map.
You're awfully sweet. Thanks, Tom. You're a giver.
Oh, I'm a giver. Such a giver.
I'm
Not a
leave
taker,
here.
just a giver.
Hey, speaking of giving, this is kind of cool. Sort of cool. So we were talking to Cameron here about his service and whatnot, and had an old timer about your age call up and talk about serving in Nam. And that tomorrow is National Vietnam Veterans
Hey, Tom, can you hear me?
Day.
What? Yes, I can hear you.
I have a question for Kevin about headlights. If he could bring me up on the air before I head over to the Spyglass
I'll do
Apartments.
that. Okay.
Thanks.
So Tom mentioned that tomorrow is National Vietnam Veterans Day. So signed into a decree by Trump in 2017. If you are or are not listening to me, I don't care. Kevin, can you give Tom the old tailpipe check?
I'm here.
He's typing.
I'm here, and I'm listening, and I'm irritated.
No, you don't have to. You're. Oh my gosh. I haven't seen buckshot as scattered as you.
Oh, that's funny.
Thank you.
Park it right.
Besides, I commented on YouTube that, you're going to have to pull further back. I can't see your D, and folks are hammering me over that one.
Ooh, that's
we
terrible.
can't see the D. Well,
Hey, Dean.
you need a third camera angle.
Dean, this is Bo from the Tom Martino Show. From the Tom Martino Show.
Who's Tom Martino?
Oh, that's
their
little fella. Bo's on the phone with somebody. I took him off. Took him off the air in case there was sensitive
thank you.
information exchanged. Yeah. Uh-oh. Bo got a wrong number.
By the way, when I got to tell my deputies when they call not to assume people know who I am. That's an off-putter for people. I like to say I'm calling from the Tom Martino Show. He's a consumer advocate on radio, 5 days a week, and been doing it for 45 years. We help people, and we always get all sides of the story. Then if they have never heard of me, you told them who I am. Anyway, I'm preaching to the choir anyway.
Because you'd think after 45 years more people would know. Shut up. Hey, I was telling the
changing market. Though.
It is. A lot of people
I know.
coming and going.
Listen, I know. Some people don't know. Well, it's crazy who doesn't know who. But I was telling the story the other day about all of the golf carts coming over the hill to see in the helicopter, and it was like Braveheart.
Oh, I know it.
Meeting
That was
Tom
funny.
Martino.
I remember that day.
God. Hey, coming back.
Text live.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Let's continue our festivities with Sherry. Sherry has a tire pressure valve she has an issue with. I'm dying to hear this, Sherry. What's going on? It's a 2012 GMC Acadia?
Hi there, Tom. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Tell your story.
So I've got a 2012 GMC Acadia. This is easy. So I've got a tire pressure sensor that's not reading right.
They never do.
Is that something I can reset, or does it take a...
You know what? You can reset
Well,
them.
I've never had a problem until now.
Kevin, talk about it. I hate those things. I hate them. I wish they didn't even have them on cars. Go ahead.
They could be reset, or, we do it all the time if you want to swing by.
But if there's something wrong with them after you reset it, like I reset
sometimes
mine.
they won't reset because the batteries are...
Or they reset for a minute.
Right. So it may be an issue with the sensor itself.
Gary, it's not hard. In fact, if you went by Kevin's, he'd probably do it free, unless they had to get into it. But I mean, you have a user menu on your car, okay? And if you go through your user menu, there's a place to reset that.
Oh, there is.
Yes. Yep. You can reset it. So that's
Okay,
for when people...
I'll fiddle with that today.
Now, if you can't find it, what part of town are you in?
Lakewood. Well, I'm going to take my car to Kevin anyway
Yeah.
because
Good.
I think Deputy Bo may have talked to him about
a couple of other things going on with my car.
Okay, I think that's a good idea. Well, what exact address is it? I always say on Colfax, west of Wadsworth.
7864 West Colfax.
78, so they can put it in the GPS 7864. Now, you don't want people just showing up, or do you?
No, that's tough sometimes. Again, I like to, have a.
I'm going to do that appointment online. I just got, snaggled with the show here, but I want to do that and tell you my experience. Have you had people do complete online appointments?
Oh, yeah, all the time.
Okay, cool. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Chase, what's going on with Chase today? Do I have to take a break, Shannon?
No, sir.
No? Okay, good. Chase, what's going on?
Hi, yes. I have a 2024 Mazda CX-90, and it's been in the shop for about 2.5 months, 3 months now for a hybrid issue. And when I first took the car in, they refused to give me a rental car. They asked if I would
now,
borrow a
Chase,
family
hold
member's
on a
car,
sec,
but
Chase.
they've
Is this under a new car warranty?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
And how long is the warranty?
The warranty was a 3-year, 30,000-mile warranty, and the car has 11,000 miles on it.
Okay, got it. That's what I was going to ask you next. Okay, so you have a new 2024 Mazda CX-90 with 11,000 miles, for goodness sakes. And however, a loaner car is not guaranteed for anyone, okay? They don't have to give you a loaner. That's up to the dealer. So what's wrong with your Mazda? What's wrong with it?
It's the hybrid battery that's broken.
And did they say they would cover it, I hope, right?
Yeah. They said it was all covered under warranty, but they've just been every time I call to check up on it, they can't give me an update on when the battery's going to be done.
So you
can't
use your car right now, is what you're saying?
Correct.
Oh man, how long has your car been out of service?
For almost 3 months now.
Oh, Kevin, this is what I'm talking about. This poor guy, I don't blame this guy, man. I mean, at some point, they got to give you a car or something.
Got to be a limit to that, yes.
Chase, how much do you love this car? I'm asking. Like, if you could get out of the deal, would you?
I've actually been calling attorneys to try and lemon this car out right now.
You should be able to, because if you lose use of it for 30 days or more, you should be able to. Hey, Kachina, give him that attorney we use.
Raina.
What's her name?
Raina. Yeah.
Why don't, Chase, we're going to give you the name of somebody to consult with. Her name is Raina. This is ridiculous, man. This is absolutely ridiculous. So hold on. We're going to give you that referral. I want to see what happens. 303.
Hey, Tom?
Yes.
Before he hangs up, I just spoke to Mark about that other case, and he said that Hyundai would pay for a rental car on that lady's. Do you think there's any chance that Mazda would be willing to pay for a rental car for Chase?
Really, who knows at this point? Every manufacturer is going
Well, it's
through
something
this.
you might want to check.
Yeah, it is absolutely something he should check. And it's just atrocious what's happening with warranties nowadays. We hear this story every single week where people can't get their cars. They can't drive them. They're brand new. They're under warranty, and then they're screwed. It's really amazing to me. All right, Deputy D, did you have something you wanted to bring up? I thought, or am I remembering right?
We just discussed with Kevin the update on that rear main seal.
Okay, now as far as the rear main seals, somebody also said that where the transmission hooks into the engine. Okay, what kind of seal is there?
Well, again, the seal's in the motor because you have the engine, you bolt a flywheel to it. The flywheel bolts to the transmission.
Okay.
So there is no
There's no shaft
connection. No, the connection is the flywheel and the torque converter.
Okay.
So there's nothing that goes into the engine.
So, Kevin, somebody wants to know, how do you test a car truly for leaks? Okay, let's say somebody cleans up a used car. And you want to know, hey, is this a leaky trap? How would you test for leaks?
No, that's a challenge. I mean, if you steam clean it and pressure wash and
do you do that on a used car checkup?
All the time, yeah. Okay. Sometimes we'll have to put dyes in different dyes in the oil and coolant.
So have you found where they've cleaned up a car but it had a massive leak?
You can usually tell.
Can you also find people who try to patch it from the? Do those patches from the outside ever work?
I see people silicone it like they're siliconing a window.
All the stuff you buy at the hardware store, at the auto parts store, and they say clean up the area and topically.
Nope.
How could you do that?
It doesn't. No, it doesn't. No, there's no. You can't get around. A leak's a leak. Either the seal is not sealing, it's too small, it's cracked, or the gasket is just dried up. It just happens.
Kevin, speaking of leaks, my car has 200,000 miles on it now.
You have 200,000 on that?
Well, it's my beloved Toyota 4Runner, so it's barely broken in. But it doesn't have even a hint of an oil leak, knock wood. So once in a while, I use what's called a high mileage oil, which has those gasket expanders.
Yep.
Am I doing the right thing?
Yeah, absolutely. It helps.
Okay, I didn't even know they made that. What is it called?
It's high mileage oil.
And what does it do?
It's got different additives for softening seals.
Come on.
No, it does.
And it actually expands the seal.
It conditions the seals more.
Yeah, it keeps it from drying out and getting turned to hard plastic.
Well, it works. You can either buy high mileage oil or high mileage oil additive you add to conventional oil. Either way.
And how often should you do that?
You can use it every time.
But is there, I end up using it probably every second or third time because it's not always on sale at Walmart. So, you know what I mean?
Either way. Once you start in, you probably just keep using it. Yeah.
And what is your opinion of those? Here, now, I haven't used this, but there is a super high molybdenum additive product.
Oh, yeah. I hear they're great.
It comes in this weird looking gray bottle.
Yeah, and there's a lot of oils, though, because it's a Kendall that's molybdenum based.
Is there any downside to using this much molybdenum? Could it clog something?
Okay, I got an interesting story there. Mm-hmm. There was a product called CLM. It stood for copper, lead, I believe, copper, lithium, and molybdenum. All right, CLM. It was the best oil additive I have ever tested and used in my entire life.
How do you know it was good?
Okay,
what was it supposed to do?
Here's how. We took a car and we ran it without oil. Hold on, with just we put the CLM in it. Okay, what I mean is, and then took the CLM out, drained it. Okay, so that car ran with CLM for about 1,000 miles. Then we drained it. Then we went on a track and we started driving it until it seized.
Oh,
we could hardly get it to seize. It was just getting high oil temps. Now we open up the car and it is amazing. This CLM would take the copper, lithium, and molybdenum, and it would take it and coat the engine. It literally almost melted and went into the cracks and crevices of the engine. It repaired the cylinders. And this man was a dear friend of mine. He died. He had sold it to another man who was a really nice guy. And it was at one time being marketed by, I think his name was Peter, maybe. Anyway, and then I don't know where it went. It disappeared.
Can you track it down? Maybe we'll bring it
is
to the
the
market.
best oil additive I've ever seen in my entire life. And we had mechanics looking at the insides of that engine thinking, oh my God, it repaired the cylinder. It was coated with metal.
Now, Kevin is nodding. So, Kevin, does that mean you
have you heard CLM?
I've seen those things. What was that one that was similar? A Slick 50. Remember that?
Oh, yeah,
for a while.
Thick oil.
Yeah, but this had tiny molecules of metal, and literally coated the engine with that metal where it was needed.
Yep.
That would be great too.
It's similar to the MOA that BG sells. I've seen them.
Who knows? I don't know. CLM right now may not be anything big because this guy was a physicist, or somewhat of a scientist, and he developed it. But it might be today's technology. Maybe everyone has it. I don't know. Oil additives with metal in it. People would say you can't put metal shavings in. There weren't shavings. There were microscopic beads. But man, did it work? And again, I'm not impressed easily, but this was impressive. Impressive, the coating it gave you and the protection. We have more coming right up.
Thank you.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Taking a Walk Podcast.
Yeah, it's quiet, right, on the highways, byways. Seeing some construction on I-76. This is going to be the westbound side in between I-25 and Federal for westbounders in there. With a little bit of a glitch, a little slow and go to get through that stretch. 270 running just a little heavy coming out of the Commerce City area. I-25 south into downtown from I-70 through Spear. Also sluggish coming out of the airport on Pena. Looks like from Tower back to I-70 also just a little slow, but no major difficulties with traffic. I'm Jonathan Steele.
I'm Buzz Knight, the host of the Taking a Walk podcast, and join me for an episode with the founding member of the Doobie Brothers, Patrick Simmons, talking about their new album, Walk This Road.
Regen.
On the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Now, I know you hear Mark talk about his weight loss journey with DenverRegen.com for the weight loss drugs he gets on a monthly basis. And you can do that too on a reduced price. But I want to talk to you now about their stem cell therapy. You know, they really do a great job with stem cell therapy. If you have painful joints, arthritis, or conditions that can help, it can help. And they'll be honest with you up front. Let them know that your condition and what you're looking for, and it can get you out of trouble. I know personally it's helped me. DenverRegen.com. How much time do I have?
Very kind.
No
4.5.
time? 4.5?
4. Yeah, now it's 4:10, 4:20.
You guys head upstairs. There's pizza there.
Hey, Kevin.
Yo. What's up?
Once upon a time, Willie B. Are you familiar at all with Willie B?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he used to do the show with Tom.
He ran a little car out in the front circle here for what seemed like 2 hours with pancake syrup for oil, and it was awesome.
That's cool.
It smelled so good out on the deck. That was a ton of fun. He ruined the circular drive. They had to bring in a crew to clean up all the rubber. But
seriously?
Yeah, he drove circles for like 90 minutes till it seized up.
That's about right with him.
Hey, let's see how far we can get in this Datsun B210. I'm nothing but anti-mama. Yeah, we're gonna burn up some anti-mamas. It's fucking great.
How could you even do that? What kind of car was it? Was it like an older
like
car at least?
B210. It was like some little, late 80s junker deal. Great.
Good Lord.
Love it.
I don't think CLM was in the market.
No, I don't think it is either.
Dude, we should bring it back. Especially in this age of YouTube.
Remote Saturday morning. I completely forgot.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah. It's
Where at?
They'll sell it for $100.
Lincoln Tech.
How was your burrito?
Very good.
Restore.
Filling.
But this had a good reputation on Bob is the Oil Guy website. And but many years ago, the latest post was from 2012. So they're not selling it anymore, but somebody's got to own the rights to it.
Baby, this is good stuff.
I'm so glad you got the pizza craving.
It's constant.
That is. Tom, can you please remind me of the gentleman's name again? CLM inventor?
Shit. No, Peter Chun was the one that had it, but he's not the developer. Let me think of his name.
Peter Chun's function.
I think it was CHUN.
What was his function?
I
Did he own it? Did he license it? There's no CLM. It was patented in 1980 by Jack Mack and Patrick.
Jack Mack and the heart attack. Yeah, that's what I used to call him.
Yeah, it was two of them, Patrick and Jack Mack, both from Littleton. So it may be out of patent protection now, but we could certainly download the patent. In fact, here it is. Here are all the documents.
How did you find it?
I did a patent search for CLM, and this is from freepartsonline.com. We have interesting. Their patent filings go back all the way to 1975. So we could make a small alteration to this formula and repatent it.
But I'm wondering if today's technology, if there's all kinds of shit already like that out there on the market. I don't know.
It won't make any difference, because if you make that video today, in this age of YouTube, with Kevin examining the insides of the engine before and after, you would have people lining up to give you money. Lining up around the corner to give you
cars,
money.
right?
For any cars.
Yeah, you're right.
Car culture is so powerful now because of
Who
YouTube.
do I contact there for a quick peek-a-loo? Question mark.
Even has their lawyer's name.
All right, coming back. Very excited to see how this ends.
Every shot is a slam dunk for savings.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Let's see. So let's talk to Brad. Brad, what's going on with Progressive Insurance?
Hey, Tom, I bought auto insurance through Progressive exactly 6 months ago. Right from the start, it's just been harassment. After I paid the full 6 months all up front. So I thought, I'm done paying for 6 months, leave me alone.
Yeah.
Right off, they sent me a bill for another $1,800. Well,
Why?
your kids are living at home.
Oh, okay.
Because my kids are living at home using my car. Well, they're not using my car.
I understand
And
that,
one
but
of
let
the
me
kids
explain
doesn't
something,
even live
Brad.
with me.
Everyone does that. If an insurance company knows there are licensed drivers in the home, they're going to charge you for them. Now, if you don't like it, you got to change companies, man.
Okay, and I'm going to, but I signed off sheets that said, okay, they're not driving my car.
Good.
But then they went to my mother-in-law, who's visiting me from Utah. I've taken papers in to Mountain High Insurance, where I bought the insurance, and they told me, well, you got to bring her in. I brought her in. We showed her papers. She doesn't live there. She has her own car. So they charged
Any insurance company, I just need you to know this. I just need you to know this. You're not being singled out.
I know, but I paid $200. They won't give me my $200 back.
Wait a minute.
That's what irritates me is I proved to them that she's not a driver. She's 82. And she's having surgery. That's why she's here.
And by the way, you can exclude drivers in your home. Some insurance companies.
I did.
Yeah.
I signed papers.
All right. So when did you pay that
I signed
extra?
papers that said they're not.
Brad.
I paid it April 5th or February 5th.
Okay, we can get that back for you. That's ridiculous. Have you ever thought about?
And I'm fine if I'm wrong.
Well, how would you be wrong if they kept your money? How would you be wrong?
Yeah. Well, I've done everything I can. I even hauled a lady who's handicapped all the way down to their office.
But what does that have to do?
That she doesn't live there.
Brad, what does that have to do with anything? What are we
Because that's
talking?
what they want. I paid them $200. They said, well, you still owe us $200. I didn't because they said she lives there.
Brad,
So,
they're not trying to collect anymore, right? They stopped, right?
Not now they stopped, but I don't own that money. I'm paying insurance for an 82-year-old lady that doesn't drive my car. She's just visiting.
Brad, this is what I'm trying to ask you. The extra money they were going to charge you for your 82-year-old mother, are you still paying that?
No, I had to pay $200 because they wouldn't take her name off it.
Okay.
They said, so you owe us $200.
Okay, got it.
And I did pay that. My insurance lady told me, you have to pay that amount or they're going to come after you.
Then that money's under the bridge. You're not going to get that back. But but going
Okay.
forward, you should not pay an extra penny. You should just pay for you and your wife or whoever's driving, and you don't have to pay for anyone else. I'm Tom Martino, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Listen, we have a lot to talk about today. It's car day, and if you have any car-related issues, give us a call. Also, because of Canadian steel and aluminum and all of that and car tariffs, they're saying right now that cars are going to go up a lot of money right now. Now, I don't know if these tariffs are going to be just a threat and eventually he's expecting a deal, and maybe he doesn't expect this to be long range, but this country could not sustain it if it's long range. I'm telling you, things would be too expensive. And now I'm not going to try to guess what Trump and his party's doing, but the tariffs right now are having very negative effects. That's just the way it is, and especially in cars and steel and stuff like that. So we can talk about that and more. Give me your calls on Car Day. I'm Tom Martino, 303-MARTINO, 303-627-8466. I'm going to go upstairs.
All right.
I'm going to go eat.
Mark, are you there?
Don't you want some? You don't want it?
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
here.
you're going to zeros.
You are very low.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a call. I'll be reconnecting in a minute.
You're going to do what?
I'm calling Comrex.
All right, and here's the deal.
4 might be open.
I'd say, they will need access 3 during the show for the Rockies.
That's fine.
So do what you can with a phone call and Comrex and Dragon now, okay? Love you.
Yep,
Goodbye.
later.
Have a good weekend.
Can you try to get access 4 on the board?
Let's have Dragon do that because he was just on with Russ through access 4. Unless Mandy's using it, I don't know. Dragon's going to be the one that knows.
Okay.
And not to pass the buck, but I am very good at that. I got my mind set on way too much food. Fuck, I hardly ate anything today. Oh, F off. I think I'm going to start doing that thing where you follow Nancy Pelosi's stock investment.
I didn't know they had that.
Oh, there's a deal that tracks every member of Congress. And they, obviously their money quadruples daily. Voice of America isn't horrible, but NPR and PBS need to go. Bangkok.
Yeah. Help yourself.
You can go grab his nuts. We'll grab his nuts.
Joel had pretzels. I'm not really feeling pretzels because I'm hungry. I really can't get picky, right?
And especially not while you sit here and listen to them stuff their face with pizza.
Right.
Sneaking eggs across the border.
There you go.
But the twist on that is they were human. Ooh.
Yeah.
That's the pizza. It's good. Anthony's pizza. Bars are better than pretzels.
Well, I'm at it. I guess I can go fill my water.
Sure, there's another so liquid model is actually it's the Germans. So we use a chemical. It's more liquid. Yes, good condition of additive. You know, like I'm not sure if there's a lot of differences in them. We usually there's a small 8-ounce with
Ten seconds, guys.
All right.
Senator Mike Lee says it is, and he's introduced a bill. If he's right, what should replace it? Join me at 4.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hey, welcome to the show. I'm Tom Martino. This is the Troubleshooter Show, the consumer advocacy show where we solve problems, answer questions, take complaints, make your life a little easier, and maybe make your life a little rougher if you're ripping people off. Genesis Total Exteriors brings you this hour. They are great for window siding, doors. They can do bathrooms, basements, and more. So that's GenesisTotalExteriors.com. Let's talk. I don't like what I'm hearing about this this soldier who comes to let's see, he comes to Denver. He moves to Denver from Texas, and he signs a lease And Deputy Bo is going down there to confront them. He signs a lease. Now, he has a lease, okay? So he has a lease. And then he parks right outside his apartment. They had not gotten him a parking pass yet. And so his cars get booted. Now that sucks. That's Cameron. That sucks. There's no rhyme or reason. He has a signed lease. Now technically he didn't have a parking pass, but they were working on getting him a parking pass. They could simply look at the damn thing. Look at the substance of this. This isn't some outlaw. The reason for that boot is to penalize outlaws. So park it right, put a boot on it. Now park it right might be saying to the apartment complex, hey, we did what we're supposed to do. We want to be paid. And that's just what they would do because they suck. Park it right should be called park it wrong.
Did he say it was park it right?
Well, they're the only ones I know that do that, but
Yeah,
no, he
'cause it
didn't. He
seems
didn't
cheaper.
actually say it was park
It
it
seems
right.
cheaper than the last one we just talked to. The other one was $300 for one day. He's $300 for both cars.
Yeah, 300. That's right. But here's the problem. We have Cameron here making a new life in Denver, and he moved into Spyglass Creek Apartments. Now, I believe Spyglass Creek, okay? I believe that they owe him something because, look, they're the ones that didn't get him the parking passes. It would be different if he had parking passes and did not display them, but he did not even have them. And this is Spyglass Creek in Denver. I've never heard of this place, Spyglass Creek. Anyway, that's one problem that bothered me a lot. Another one, a guy with a brand new 2024 Mazda CX-90, brand new. 11,000 miles. He bought it from brand new. Bad hybrid battery. Guess what? He's been out of commission for 9 weeks. Can't use his car. Can't get a referral. Can't get a loaner. So we referred him to a lemon law attorney. People, it's getting ridiculous where cars are being put out of commission for too long, way beyond the warranty periods. And I mean, these people are like sometimes waiting 3, 6, 9. We had one person that didn't have use of their car for a year. Now, at some point, that becomes unconscionable, for God's sakes. I don't know why manufacturers are having a tough time supporting. Kevin, what is causing this? Why are manufacturers with some parts back 6 to 9 months? It just doesn't make sense to me.
It doesn't. And I think it's more of a unicorn being a hybrid Mazda that they're just not that many manufactured yet. You know, on this particular one, but others, yeah, there's absolutely no excuse for this.
What was the longest you've ever had to wait for something?
Oof. Probably about 6 months. Yeah.
I can't.
And it was a rack and pinion in a Ford of all things. Just didn't have it.
Okay, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. If you need help, information, or referrals, today is car day. And I've been trying to think about this, people, and I want you to chime in and let me know. What's the ideal car? If you had to have one car and one
Tesla.
car only. Are you on, Mark?
Yeah, how do I sound? Am I good now?
You're all right, yeah. Now, what is your number? What would be your all-around? I mean all-around. You can't you can't, use anything else. What would it be?
Tesla.
No. All around?
Yes. Yeah, I'd get the SUV, the X, but yeah.
Okay, now wait a minute. Now I got you. The SUV, that would be it. Can you does the SUV have pretty good cargo space?
It's not bad. It's like a Santa Fe. It depends how you buy it, because you can buy it with 5 seats, 6 seats, or 7 seats.
Yeah, this is what I wanted to ask you. When you buy that X and you do the 5 seats, well, that's 3 and 2. I see that, and then you have the cargo. But if you buy it with more seats, where do those seats go? Do they do a third row?
Yeah, the third row. So if you get the plaid model, you have to get the 6-seat configuration. So you have your 2 front seats, then you have like 2 bucket seats in the back. They're individual seats, almost like captain's chairs in an old school van. And then behind it is a 2 more seats that fold down so you have all the cargo area if you don't have 6 passengers.
Okay, that sounds pretty cool. You know, that X is hard to beat. But the problem is, I can't tell an X when I see it on the street from the other models. Those models meld together, except for the S. They meld together for me. Do you think
No, you're just not seeing a lot of X's out there. I think it's only, I want to say it's 1, maybe 2% of their production. There's very few S's and X's. You're seeing Y's, and a lot of Y's look different depending on what rims they got. Yeah.
Now,
the X definitely looks different, especially when you open the doors. It's Lamborghini doors in the back.
I know it.
Right. Yeah.
Now, the new 2025, I hear that not 2025, it would be 2026 S model is going to kick butt. It looks like a Corvette. Have you seen it, Mark?
You mean the new S?
The new S is
yeah. I sent you a video. Yeah, it's absolutely nuts, man. In fact, that'll be my next one. I'll keep my current one till then, but yeah, you know, honestly, I always go back to this. It's the self-driving. I am so used to it now. I don't even like getting into the Santa Fe. You know, we tow that everywhere because it's a great winter tow car. But my God, man, it's like you just walk up to the car, it opens up. When you park, you just get out. It locks the doors. It opens the doors. It just, the dang thing does everything, Tom. I mean, you don't have to do anything.
You know, Mark, the self-driving, forgive me if I'm going over materials but that we've gone over, but okay, you're sitting in a parking lot. When you hit the self-drive button to come to my house, for example, will it navigate out of that parking lot?
Yeah, so if you've got to reverse out, typically, let's say I'm parked at iHeart in the circle up front. The circle, I would back out. I'd back out of the circle. I'd put in I'd just pull up Tom's home address. I'd hit that button. Then I hit one more button, and it'll drive me out of the circle. So to answer your question, I would back up, then put it in. I would swipe into drive and then hit autopilot, and then it would bring me directly to your house and pull into your driveway or park right in front of your house.
Tell me the truth, Mark. Are you saying you could do that without ever touching the wheel?
Yeah, I mean, almost every time. I'm not saying something might not happen.
No, I know.
But yeah, I mean, pretty much every single time. Yeah, the only time it gets a little thrown off. I'm trying to think of like a real world example. Generally, it's me being a little impatient. I want to go faster, so I'll kick it out of autopilot and then put it back in. That would be about the only time.
All right. Now, Mac, what's going on with you? You have an ideal car. What would it be?
Yeah, I have 2 quick things. My ideal car is my 2012 Toyota Camry Hybrid. It is bulletproof, great, 50 miles a gallon.
Wow.
And never had an issue with it. The second thing, Tom, is we were involved in a car accident a few weeks ago, and we have a dash cam, and it saved my wife from being at fault for the entire accident. $20 on Amazon. It's called 70 MOI is the name of it, and they're like $22. So I recommend everybody to have a dash cam.
Now, Mac, explain to me how did you use it? I want to hear a real life example of how you used it. Tell me the story.
So we were. She was driving to work. She was driving on 36, going east, coming up to the I-25 overbridge, and traffic stopped. She was in a 4-car accident. She was number 3 in the 4-car accident. And the State Patrol showed up, did an investigation, and wanted to cite her for the entirety of the accident.
But why did they want to cite her for the entirety?
Wait a minute. Because driver number 2 had said he stopped, and my wife hit him and pushed him into vehicle number 1.
I got it.
And I said, wait a minute, we've got a dash cam. And the State Patrol said, well, why didn't you say something? And I said, well, we circled it on the
Okay, so what did the dash cam show?
It showed that he was not stopped. So she was not cited for the accident, which saved her butt. So moral of the story is, have a dash cam.
So he didn't stop until he did stop eventually. So, and that's when your wife hit him?
Yeah, but she would have been cited for the entirety of the accident.
No, I get it. I get it. I mean,
she didn't have the dash cam.
To me, it sounds like it was well worth the $22, for goodness sakes. No, dash cams. I think, in fact, cars should start having cams built in. But then there are those who don't like.
They do.
Yeah.
They do. I think Toyota's doing it.
Yeah. Thanks, Mac, for the call. Appreciate it. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. We have more coming right up.
It's your last chance to get Disney Plus and Hulu together for just $2.99 a month. Definitely a very smart move. Get both and watch Star Wars Andor Season 2 and Mufasa the Lion King on Disney Plus.
There's a lot of stories with all of us.
On Hulu, it's the new season of The Handmaid's Tale and The Complete Unknown.
Give a warm welcome to Bob Dylan.
Don't miss your last chance to get Disney Plus and Hulu together for just $2.99 a month for 4 months. New and returning subscribers, 18 plus only. After 4 months, plan auto renews at $10.99 a month until canceled. Offer ends 3/30/25. Terms apply.
Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. If you call Frank right now and say, I want to know what my house will sell for, he's not going to do anything to obligate you. You don't have to listen to a long speech. You don't have to have a sales thing. He'll just tell you what your house will sell for. But first, he's going to look at it, and he's going to give you an honest-to-God idea based on the real market. That's what I love about him. And you'll get real information, and it's all free of charge and complimentary. 303-920-1622. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com.
Yeah, that's caller. But Tom and Mark.
Hey, Thomas.
Yes, sir.
Do you possibly have me loud on YouTube? I hear you fine.
So what are you thinking? You loud, did you say?
No, Dragon says we look good. We're about the same level. I sound fine. You sound fine.
Yeah.
Correct, Dragon?
Correct. Everything on the audio meters I'm looking at, they look fine.
That's what I'm
Some people on YouTube, Suzanne said on YouTube, they're saying I'm very distorted.
Weird.
I don't think you are.
Okay. It could have been a while back. Hey, can you turn the monitor up so I can hear my delay?
Yeah, I just pulled up YouTube over here. You sound fine.
Okay, cool, man. Let me turn the monitor up in the studio. I think I'm connected fast as hell on this Starlink. Test. It's almost perfect.
Yeah, it is.
It's like a millisecond.
What's mine? Test. See, mine's a delay. You can hear that fucking second of about.
Say it. Say something, Tom.
Test. Do you hear that delay?
That's funny. I can't hear your delay.
You don't have
I can
one.
hear myself, and it's almost instant.
You don't have one.
It's like I'm local, basically.
Damn.
Yeah, the Starlink, perfect. It's absolutely perfect.
You know, I should.
Yeah, I can't go number 2 anymore.
I wonder if I should get that
Me
for the
neither.
house.
No, well, you're not going to like what I think yours is.
What?
I think it's the software compared to you using hardware. But you think that your Mac is just as quick as the Comrex.
Oh, for sure it is. The Comrex was okay, but there were other problems.
Kangarat says I'm disturbed, not distorted.
I know. So, Mark, on the on this deal, Starlink, how much is it? Could I have it at the house here?
Check. Here's your radio. Say it again. Starlink?
Yeah, can I get it at the house?
Yeah, you can get it anywhere, man.
So
maybe not underwater, but on the water.
Over a hardwired connection?
How would it compare to like CenturyLink?
Well, mine's 0 milliseconds. I mean, really, my milliseconds are like down around 8 or 9. I mean, what are yours? I don't know.
How do I find out what my delay is?
Go into Google and just put speed test, and the first one that comes up is like the Google speed test, and hit it. It'll do up, down, and then delay or milliseconds.
I'm doing it right now. It just tells me how many gigabytes per second.
Oh, and to answer your question, Dragon, I go directly from the back of my Starlink router to the NX through Ethernet. It's not even Wi-Fi.
So
right, but I mean, it's got to go from satellite to your little dish, which is there's got to be some kind of delay. Versus Tom, if he's hardwired from the box out in the front yard to his house to his computer, then he's hardwired all the way.
I am hardwired all the way.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm basically hardwired all the way too. I go right from the satellite dish to the back of the NX.
Right, so there's no delay from satellite to your dish.
Sure.
No, not at all. Well, 8 milliseconds. What's yours? What was
Mine
yours,
is 8
Tom?
milliseconds. 8 milliseconds. That's what it says.
It's really good.
It says latency 8 milliseconds. My download was 140.
Yeah, that's it.
My download was 140. My upload was 30.
Those don't matter. The other thing I learned on this NX is I send out 96 KB, but I'm only receiving back like 32. Which is kind of cool. Comrex taught me that in the last couple days.
But why
10
is
seconds,
that?
guys.
It doesn't matter.
Your trusted local fiduciary advisors, TrajanWealth.com.
All right, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK. What is the ideal all-around car if you had to pick one? Well, in Colorado, I think it would have to be an all-wheel drive, right? Yeah, and so an all-wheel drive.
Definitely.
And you'd want...
and probably an SUV because of snow, man.
Yeah. Now, one thing that I loved, and they stopped making it, and I don't know why, was the Avalanche. The Chevy Avalanche was
I knew you were going to say that.
I loved it. It's so beautiful, and I don't know why they stopped making it. I had a 4-door cab. Wonderful cab in and of itself, right? And then
I remember it.
Then you have the pickup. And you can cover the pickup or you could have it open. And it was just like a gentleman's pickup truck, but it really was the all-around, I think, best vehicle there is. It was great in the snow. It's luxurious enough to be comfortable and fun. And it had a pickup truck.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't a pickup truck like the El Camino. It was a real pickup truck. Do you think anyone ever bought the El Camino for the pickup truck?
Some did.
I mean, that was
it wasn't very
I'd say when it first came out.
Yeah.
That was a stupid car.
Yeah.
It was a car truck. And I just never could understand that. Somebody else said a Jeep. Jeeps are perfect vehicles. You know, they make some really nice Jeeps.
Do you guys ever see those? You ever see like those El Caminos or vehicles like that where they have that suspension that can go like up and down and bounce around and sideways
like
and all that
lowriders.
stuff?
The lowriders.
Yeah, like the lowriders. Those are pretty cool. Kevin, you guys ever do anything like that over at Sheridan?
No, we don't do any kind of custom stuff.
No, man, that's a whole specialty.
That's like a specialty.
A complete specialty, even more so than just regular street rods. You have the lowriders and then you have street rods. Sometimes they're the same, but they're not always the same. And, you know, I'll tell you what. It's not new, but one of the things a lot of these younger people like doing is buying these used Japanese cars and then boosting the hell out of them.
Oh, yeah, turbo the heck out of them, yeah.
Now, can they really get 500 horse out of some of those?
Oh, yeah.
Out of those little tiny engines?
Well, yeah, it's just with all the bolt-ons, absolutely.
So...
they don't last long, though, do they, Kevin?
They tear them up, yeah.
They do, yeah. So these kids go out and buy old Japanese cars.
Mm-hmm. Well, even like Subaru, the WRX and different things are one of the more popular ones.
And then they soup them up.
Yep.
They drive the hell out of them and get another one.
Yep.
But they eat that engine alive.
They destroy it. Yes.
Hey, Kevin, you know, one of the really annoying trends I've noticed in the past 10 years or so is these cars that we just discussed, but they're somehow they do something to the valve timing so that when they decelerate, they start to making this bang, 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 and like backfire
On purpose?
sound.
On purpose?
Yeah, they do it on
What
purpose.
is that
I think it's to
to
cool
the-
it down.
What does that do to the valve train?
It's not good for it. None of it is. They're oversized turbos. It's the intercooler and the boost and everything.
That bang, bang, bang backfire sound. What do they
it's
think?
leftover fuel.
Yeah, what do they think that accomplishes?
Nothing. We used
No,
to do
it's-
that.
it's
coming
for
from
show.
Idaho Springs.
It's for show.
You turn your car off and start it in the tunnels. You've never done that?
No, because I
Okay,
love
what,
my
what
car.
happens if you turn your car off and start it in the
But that
tunnel?
old carbureted car, the fuel keeps going through the exhaust. And then when you start it, when you're in the tunnel, you get a 5-foot flame come out of your tailpipe.
You do really?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Absolutely. You might
Because-
blow your muffler off.
Because you're ingesting.
The gas is still coming through the car because you're still rolling, but you shut the car off. So the gas now is coming through. Raw fuel is in the exhaust. When you start it, it explodes.
Have you seen people do that?
Yeah, yeah.
It's like a thing, like beeping your horn.
You just go like.
I just beat my horn to hear the echo. That's boring.
Doesn't that also destroy the catalytic
Somebody,
converter?
here's the text.
It's not common.
Here's a text. And by the way, people, you can text me at 747-999-5280. Remember, all the time, 24/7, 747-999-5280. This one says, I'm looking for a 2023 Chevy Silverado RST Z71 4x4 5.3 liter. My God.
It's got to be blue. With
Well, what do you
patience
think about it?
here.
Well, what do you think about that combination? Well, first of all, it's a Chevy Silverado. It's the RST Z71. And it's, of course, the 4x4 5.3 liter. He wants to know what you think about those trucks in general, the Silverados. Kevin?
Yeah,
in general.
I'm not sure what the RST stood for. That was
No,
the
but
thing.
what about you and just Chevy Silverados?
No, they're decent. They had some issues, with they had a what they call a lift or delete, where they were trying to save fuel. It shut cylinders off, but I think they've got that pretty well figured out in the 5.3. So yeah, the 20. It's a good truck.
All right, somebody else texted and said that it's illegal to boot in Denver. I don't know what that means. I thought the Denver boot's still alive and well. But
I know they challenged it because I knew a guy who was booting cars.
Mark, did you hear about that soldier that he gets out of the Army? He's making a home in Denver from Texas. He signs a lease with Spyglass, whatever the hell it is, apartments. He signs a lease. They could not get him a parking pass right away because the woman didn't know how to do it. So he's parked out in front of his apartment, and both of his cars get booted by Park It Right. And even though he had a lease, and can prove he's a tenant, they will not take it off unless he pays $300. Yep.
It's crazy, man. I mean, that's absolutely nuts.
I know it. And this Park It Right.
You remember when we cut the boot off from that Park and Right?
I talked
or what
about
is it
that
called?
earlier. Yeah, we did.
That was nuts, man.
We towed the car away and then sawed the boot up. We don't even have to tow the car away. If he just has a good grinder, a Ryobi grinder, he can just grind the hell out of that thing and take it off. There's no law in the land that says he can't do that. I mean, they're going to say, well, that's personal property. Well, you left it around.
You know what, though?
Go ahead.
I just thought of something, man. What was that guy's name? What's the name of it? Ride It? Ticket? What is it?
No, it's Park It Right.
Hold on. I'm going to try to call him. Hold on one sec.
All right. I want you to call him and ask him.
I got his number. I want to see if he'll do something.
Yeah, like give this soldier a break. How about that one? That would be good.
So I did look up the state private booting regulations, and there are not a whole lot of them, but the pertinent parts are they do allow for a maximum of $160 per boot, and they also require the towing company or the booting company to show up within 90 minutes of that fee being paid on weekdays, and I believe 120 minutes on the weekend.
But what does this say about the warnings?
It doesn't say, the state regulation doesn't say anything about it.
There's got to be warning.
So it appears that there's a shift from private towing to private booting because the towing has become so restricted now.
Right.
So I think we're going to get a lot more of these calls.
So this may not be Park It Right. It could be somebody else.
Yeah, I didn't catch the name, and I don't think
never
this
gave-
man even know he told. I don't think he told us.
All right, we have more coming up on the Troubleshooter Show.
This is Denver's talk station with Michael Brown in the morning and Dan Kaplis in the afternoon. 630 KHOW, Denver. Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Taking a Walk Podcast. Had a good lunch hour drive for us. No major difficulties out on the highways or byways. You got 270 running a little slow both directions out of Commerce City. I-25 north pushing up through Thornton's been sluggish, as well as southbound I-25 coming into downtown. Had a stall at 38th in the right lane, but they pushed that out of the way. Find a little bit of slowing on I-70 west from Colorado over to Brighton. Down south, though, does look good. 225 is wide open and no delays to or from the airport on Pena. With traffic, I'm Jonathan Steele.
I'm Buzz Knight, the host of the Taking a Walk podcast, and join me for an episode with founding member of the Doobie Brothers, Patrick Simmons, talking about their new album, Walk This Road. Listen to Taking a Walk on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
I guess it's my turn. And my throat is giving out. I don't know why. But Retirement Planning Center of the Rockies is there to help you and coach you in getting ready for retirement or being in retirement. What does that mean? Well, let's put it into English. They help you get a nest egg together, and they help you manage the ones you have, the 401ks, the IRAs, the Roths, and they put that all together and then take a look at your long-term healthcare insurance and your legacy planning for maybe selling your business or passing it on, or your other things in your estate. So they look at everything and they come up with a plan to make your retirement secure and happy. And they are your coach. You can ask them, is this a good idea? What about this? What about that? If you wonder what they can do for you and exactly what a retirement plan looks like for you, they'll go over it free of charge before you ever hire them. Retirement Planning Center of the Rockies, 970-663-3211, rpcenter.com.
You heard about this other device called the windshield octopus? It looks like a phone book opened up and stuck to the windshield, and it's a steel box, right, to obscure your view. But under the steel box are many, many little suction cups that stick to your windshield.
And what is it for?
It's instead of booting, you just can't drive away because you can't see through this thing.
How did they get it off the car?
Well, they have a key and they open up the box and release the suction.
Okay.
But that's brilliant. That's very hard to cut off. It's called the windshield octopus.
Hey, Dragon, bring me down because I'm testing some stuff, okay?
Invention for a dirty, dirty industry.
It's a brutal industry.
Dirty, dirty. Windshield octopus.
You don't make any
parking violations. I agree. I don't mind property owners enforcing their parking.
Oh, yeah.
At all. But what I don't like is the bullshit when innocent people
Well, when they make a mistake, they got to fix it. I mean, mistakes happen. And the management company should be able to tell the guy, unboot it, and you're not going to pay for it, or you lose the contract. I mean, I don't know why they're protecting the guy. Because obviously it's not his fault. He's supposed to boot anything without a permit. And he did his job. Okay.
You're right.
So they screwed up without getting a permit. So the management company is the one that needs to step up and say that was our bad. You know, it's not up to him. Because I'm sure he hears every story there is. So he's just like,
I got a damn real estate closing today for the Vestera thing.
Wow, congratulations.
My first Vestera one. I'm going to do 5 right off the bat with my investors.
Cool.
They're really cool. They're already appraising for higher than I bought them for. No, North Carolina. So, yeah, it's kind of cool. No, there's no monthly return to speak of. You break even or a few bucks a month you make. The real play is in equity. So, not long term. No, 1 to 3 years. He says 3 years is the outside. And then he flips them. And 30 to 80%, depending on the area. He doesn't believe in Wyoming. So, see, he doesn't go by where people want to be. He goes by where they should be. So he goes only by data. He does not pick houses based on anything but data. Nothing. So I don't know anything about Fayetteville except that it's supposed to be a hot market. So it's a really hot pocket that they identified. Their research is really the key because they sell, man. They sell at the height of the market. They've been known to liquidate just before prices stabilize. When you go to him, and to me it's an astounding model. You go to buy the house, he makes a commission. And you go to sell the house, but he doesn't make you sign something saying you're going to use him. Yeah, but technically that's how he makes his money: the buying commission and the selling commission. And then he doesn't make any money on the management. He doesn't make any money. It's flat straight across. And I said, how the hell can you do that though? I don't understand how you make enough on a house. If the commission
10 seconds, guys.
Even 10 and 10, 20, and they keep the house for 3 years, I guess.
This talk station.
Online at khout.com.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome. 303-713-TALK. We have open lines if you want to get right through. Today is car day. I have Kevin Kalk with me, Sheridan Auto Tech. We've been talking about the ideal car. If you had to pick one and one alone, what would you pick? Some people, of course, would be different than me. I would always want some kind of an ability to haul stuff. Not a lot of stuff. I don't do near what I used to do, but I'd want the ability to haul something. I also like the idea of course, all weather. You know, I want something good in the snow. I also want something that can carry 5 people at least, okay?
Sure.
Me and 4 others. I don't think you need more than that. But so what is an ideal car? You know, there are some ideal deals and values out there, but let's meaning that you can get a great value on something, but it may not fit all your needs. What about if you picked 2 cars? What would they be? Now think about that. That opens up the whole world. If you had 2 cars, what would they be? And why? I think one, if I was going to have 2 cars, I would have one be a sports car. That's the only reason I'd have 2 cars.
Sure.
Because the difference to me between an SUV and a car is not that much. The SUVs nowadays are so sporty and nice that you don't need an SUV and a car. So if I was going to get a second vehicle and I didn't need one, it would be a sports car. What about you, D? What would you get?
I'll probably get one that's identical to mine, but with less mileage. Because I'll never be able to buy another 4Runner with a venerable 1GR FE engine.
Why? They don't make them?
No, they discontinued the V6s, and they're going with these weird 4-cylinder twin turbocharged engines. Yeah. And I'll never get 500,000 miles with one of those, ever.
When you turbocharge an engine, you cut down the lifespan no matter what.
I think you do, yeah. You just basically
no matter what.
You're trying to get an engine to do something.
The law of physics. You're putting more boost through it.
Absolutely.
You're gonna do more wear.
It's what did they say about the light that burns twice as bright, burns out shorter half the time.
That's right. So here's the bottom line. If I had 2 cars, what would they be? Hey, morons, what would your 2 cars be? Mine would be a sports car, and I don't think there's any. And you're going to think I'm crazy because there's a big disparity in price, but not in quality. There's 2 sports cars I would only consider. Only 2. Only 2. There's not any others I would. One would be the Ferrari, and it would be the California. It's the best bang for the buck. Mm-hmm. Or it would be a Corvette.
Corvette, yeah.
And I think Corvette's probably the better value there.
Oh, by far.
So I think if I had 2 cars, one would be a Corvette. What would the second one be? Now I can have some leeway because I don't need.
You don't need the. Yeah.
You know, I have the fun. I have the kick in the pants. So my second one might be just a nice SUV. Maybe a Mercedes. Well, no, you tell me the German cars now are not that great. What's a good SUV? How about Hummer? No.
Oh, well, how about one of the older Land Cruisers with a Toyota V8 in it?
You remember the Land Cruisers that looked like Jeeps?
Yeah, the old militaries.
They looked like Jeeps.
FJs. Yeah.
They were before the FJ. It looked literally like a Jeep.
Yeah, they copied it right after World War II.
Yep.
It was a beautiful vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
Those kinds of Toyota Land Cruisers are beautiful. Anyway, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Here's a text, Kevin. His car overheats. Okay, but not all the time. Okay, so it doesn't have any connection to the outside air temperature. Just every once in a while, his car overheats. What would cause that? A malfunctioning thermostat, maybe, that sometimes works and sometimes doesn't?
Possible, or cooling fan not coming on. I mean, is it overheating sitting still or overheating driving? Things like that you'd have to take into consideration. So is it under acceleration when it's overheating, or
okay,
or sitting at idle and overheating?
But overheating obviously shouldn't happen, obviously.
Correct.
And when it does happen, it's mostly under load. What's the most common reason? Would it be a bad thermostat?
Thermostats are and anymore they're going fail safe though. They'll get stuck open.
So then at least you have circulation.
You have circulation and no heat. So, cooling fans are a big problem, electric fans.
Okay.
And the extreme, is head gaskets are starting to leak,
All right.
Oh, what about the frequently overlooked filthy radiator?
Well, yeah, you could just have airflow.
Dirt, and you have an airflow problem.
Depending on where you drive, sure.
Now, somebody else wants to know, why do they see people driving around sometimes with cardboard over their radiator?
Can't get any heat. So they're just blocking the airflow. It's a lot like you see
to make their cars run hotter on purpose.
Yes,
or their trucks,
or warmer. You see sometimes.
Oh, isn't that a defect in the system then?
It could have just an oversized cooling system, and yeah, there's something going on where it's not heating up, and that's
you would think they'd make some automatic kind of baffling you could do like that,
and they do. There's some cars that do have baffles. Yeah, the one. What were we working on the other day? It was a Jaguar, or somebody has baffles in the front.
Here's another one. Ask Kevin. This is a cool one. The car with the lowest maintenance costs that he would know of.
Oof.
If you had to own a car with the lowest maintenance costs, that's a good one.
It is.
Aren't they all, if you do the right?
New, they're all the same.
Like if you just take care of them, aren't they all the same or not?
Yeah. And then, the repairs, you get some cars, like we brag about Toyotas all the time. When they do break, they're more expensive to fix. So dollar-wise, it may be a push. An alternator on a Toyota is 3 times what it is on a Chevy. Things like that. So.
And here's one I have. Why are the Range Rovers so beautiful, but are pieces of crap? I wish they weren't pieces of crap, because they do some beautiful finish and trim and beautiful bodies. So are they English?
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's like the Jaguar and all that. English styling with a car is beautiful.
They know what they're
doing. The Rolls Royce. I mean, they are absolutely stunning.
Yes.
But when they get to the mechanics and the electrics, so why hasn't anyone taken Range Rover and changed it? I mean, do people just put up with it?
I think so. And I don't know why. I mean, everything on there is overpriced. And it's $20,000.
It's almost a joke. You talk to people, they say, "Yeah, I know it's a piece of junk, but I love it."
Yep.
They really know. You talk to even any mechanic. Range Rovers, they're
always on the list.
They're always on the list.
But you fit in one and you get tempted because they are.
I get tempted now. They're beautiful.
They are.
Now maybe if they went to an electric one, it would be different. I don't know. Maybe. Because where is the junk? Where do they fall back? Because everyone agrees, oh yeah, Range Rover, you got a Range Rover, So where is it they're talking about? The engine, the components, the transmission, all of the above. What are they talking about?
It's all the above. There's a lot of proprietary stuff, which is challenging because all the other manufacturers
and the manufacturers actually Land Rover, right?
Yes.
And then they make the Range Rover.
Correct.
And they make other cars too.
Yes.
Okay. We got more coming up on the Troubleshooter Show, 303-713-8255.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Taking a Walk Podcast.
Happy Friday, folks. Lots of drivers on the roads for some normal, busy traffic throughout the downtown area. I-25 northbound, slower speeds between Alameda and Colfax. Some stop-and-go traffic on the 6th Avenue eastbound off-ramp to I-25 southbound. Nothing out of the ordinary there. It's usually congested there.
Oh, he is not here.
Folks heading to DIA I-70 eastbound, it's green and clean driving. And otherwise, no major complaints out there on the roads and freeways. With traffic, I'm Mark Swan.
I'm Buzz Knight, the host of the Taking a Walk podcast, and join me for an episode with founding member of the Doobie Brothers, Patrick Simmons, talking about
Yes, but he's asleep.
road. Listen to Taking a Walk on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your
At least I think he's asleep. Go for it, Tom.
Let's talk about Gravinas on 950 West Evans. The original Gravinas. That's right. You know, the father started this company, I think, in the 60s, and his son Larry was working with him in the 70s, went off on his own in the 80s. His son Nick joins him now, and they are a company with the heritage other people wish they had. All those years in business, plus 50 lines of windows, not one line, 50 lines, multiple lines of siding and doors. So if you want choice, value, quality, longevity, and heritage, you want 303 Gravina. 303 Gravina. Let's talk about criminal defense. It's something that people don't talk about because everyone thinks, you know, hey, when will I ever need a criminal defense attorney? Well, you know, a high speeding ticket, a traffic infraction, a DUI, they're crimes. Yeah, they might be traffic related, but they're crimes. Also, if you get into an argument with a neighbor, you might think you just called him a name and he thinks you assaulted him. I'm telling you, the world is crazy. I hope you never need an attorney, but if you do, he'll talk to you free of charge up front. And then flat rate pricing depending on the offense. Joe Lazzara, Lazzara, 303-429-6200, 429-6200.
Kimmy, what do they pay for used oil now?
It's a push right now.
Oh, okay.
They pick it up for free. Yeah. They were paying just recently 20.
Good afternoon. Thanks for calling the Tom Martino Show.
Yeah, it's better than having to pay to.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Hold on.
A lot of my buddies still use oil burners for heat.
Really?
Yeah, I've never done it though.
Oh, here's what the parking says here for the boot. Visitor parking must register to avoid VID. What does that mean? Vehicle incapacity? I don't know. Tow.
Vehicle immobilization.
Scan the QR code to register. I mean, they're pretty clear here.
Now that's the first guy that parked in visitor parking. That's the guy who had the
Hey, Tom?
Yeah.
Hey, Deputy Bo is on the line. He's at the apartment complex with an update.
Excellent, 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 excellent. This is good radio. Or not.
But again, I don't think the parking company did anything wrong.
No, you're right. When you put it the way you did, you're right.
I imagine the towing company works at the.
All right, I bet I'm talking to Joel in the next 20 minutes, guys.
What do you mean about what?
He's the owner of Park It.
Park It Right.
Tell me a little, Park It Right. Tell me a little about what happened, though. I don't get it.
Well, the Park It Right was from this morning.
Yeah, but wait a minute. Wasn't
that's
Cameron
the one
Park It
I'm
Right too?
That was a different guy.
But Cameron was Park It Right too, wasn't he?
I don't think so.
Well, he never told us.
He never told us, but Deputy Bo's on the phone, so you could probably find out.
Right.
I'm looking at this. So they said, this is Park It Right due to you removing the boot, blah,
Right.
blah, blah.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
That's a different call.
Yeah, that's totally.
Was that from this? God,
No.
Kelly, I'm just looking at this
We've had
one.
3 different ones, Mark, that could be Park It Right. 3 of them.
Okay, but this one right here, where did it leave off?
Which one are you talking about?
The boot's not on his car.
Oh, no. We left it that he's worried his car's going to be towed from its parking space.
Yeah, he got a sticker put on his car threatening him for removing the boot, which he said he didn't.
Yeah, and then he had written over his car something. Didn't they use? They wrote thief, liar, cheat.
Oh my God.
So that's how these people are like.
That was Park It Right.
Park It Right.
Yeah. He was just in the visitor.
You know, that guy's a gangster, in my opinion.
I don't remember much about him. I remember he was shitting bricks, though, during COVID and all those towing law changes. Basically almost put him out of business.
Yeah, but he doesn't tow. What did you say it stood for? Vehicle
I know that.
immobilization?
Device.
That's just my guess. I didn't
Makes sense.
It's great.
Immobilization sounds like a good word.
Immobilization.
Kevin, you don't.
I can't find those emails here too. I mean, that shit was 5 years ago, wasn't it?
You have a guy who does that wants to do something.
10 seconds.
To do an electrical.
Toto, join me on the right side of Hollywood Friday at 2, right here on 630 KHAL.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. Deputy Bo we sent out. Let me tell you the story. Cameron moved here from Texas, a veteran, just out of the Army, to set up a place. He signs a lease with Spyglass Creek Apartments and did not get a parking sticker because they said they didn't know how to do that with an out-of-state plate that he had. I don't have any idea what that means. All I know is Cameron said he was parked outside his apartment. He has a lease. He has parking privileges, but they booted his car because he wasn't showing the parking pass. Now, if you look at it from the pure sense of what happened, if the parking people are driving around and they see cars without a pass and they're instructed to boot them, then they've done nothing wrong. They don't know who has a lease and who doesn't, and that's why they want the parking pass. But once management found out it was a mistake and that Cameron was not parking there illegally, I think they should have undone the damage. What's going on, Bo? You're at the scene.
I'm here. I went and looked at the cars. There's no signage stating that they can be towed or booted. So we went in and talked to the manager. I'm sitting in the lobby of this Spyglass apartment building right now.
There's no warning signs, then they're screwed. If there's no warning signs, they're screwed.
So the manager, Zetas, he's here now. He told me that we needed to call Metro Parking Management to get the boots removed. So the tenant, Cameron, did call them, and I'm getting a goddamn runaround because they said, no, it's up to the apartment building manager.
Well, the apartment one is the one. Listen, why the hell? Let me ask the apartment. I mean, where do they get off doing this with no signage? Did you ask him that?
Absolutely. In fact, I'm sitting here in his lobby, and he called the police on me, and he's going to give me a trust.
Oh, my God.
Hey, Bo. Bo.
He's here.
Bo.
Would you like to talk to Mr. Martino? Oh, he's just standing jerk, but it's a scam. They're scamming these people.
Okay, listen, do me a favor, Bo, though. If they do ask you to leave, it is private property, okay? So you can leave. I mean, that's fine. But you know what? This place is a scam.
Bo,
they
Bo,
don't
leave.
Bo, wait a minute. Bo, I want you to take pictures of the areas to show there are no signs. No warning signs.
Well, it's a scam. They're putting these boots on illegally. And then I think the management company must be getting some sort of kickback or something because the parking company says the management has full control, and this manager here says, no, it's the parking company. So they're just giving us the
what's
total
the phone
BS
number at that place?
runaround.
I'd like to give the phone number out at that place so they can get some live customer reviews.
Hell yeah. Okay, the phone number for the Spyglass apartment. And anyway, their address is at 7100 East Mississippi. Okay? The phone number is, I've never been treated so bad in my life. I'm sorry, I'm just getting upset. The phone number is 303-753-9080. I can't believe they called Denver police on me just for trying to get this resolved.
You tell them you tell Denver police we're trying to help a veteran. So, Bo went to Spyglass Apartments.
I'm waiting for the cops, Tom. I want to talk to the police because this is an illegal booting operation, and these people don't.
Good.
He's trying to find a job. He can't go get a job.
Hey, Bo, did you say 7100? 7100 East Mississippi?
7100. Yeah, I'm a little excited. 7100 East Mississippi.
Hey,
and
Bo,
I would like
you're doing a good thing. I'm telling you something. This place sucks. So Spyglass, I believe Spyglass is in on the scam.
I know they are because the manager here is just totally inflexible about it.
All
And
right,
I
here's
think
what
he
I want
tends
people to
admit-
do. I
Well-
want people to let them know that we know they have a scam. And I'll tell you why I'm calling it a scam. You can't boot cars without warning. And Bo is out there on the scene and says there are no warning signs.
Bo, did you park in that parking lot? They're going to boot you too.
Yeah, make sure you don't get booted, Bo.
Well, good. Let them do it. I'll cut it off in front of the faces.
Now, 303-75. Here's the number for Spyglass. There's a veteran who just moved in there, and they booted his car. They know it's a mistake. All they have to do is undo it, but they won't do it. Between the parking company and Spyglass Apartments, all they care about is money. Here's their number, 303-753-9080. 303-753-9080. 303-753-9080. Tell them what you think of them. 303-753-9080. Sons of bitches.
I think I should go up there and do a live stream of Bo.
I wish you'd get passionate about things, Tom.
That was pretty awesome.
That's sons. Those are sons of
Good
bitches
afternoon.
right there.
Thanks
They
for
have a little
calling the
scam
Tom
going
Martino
on.
Show.
Those bastards. Hey, Mark.
Yeah, man.
Somebody said they've been blocked for 2 weeks now. Dave H.
Did you
Who is it?
I don't know. Can you unblock them?
Are you familiar with the show?
Let me look for him.
Okay, we are a call-in radio show. So
who blocked
you
him,
would
you know?
have to go on air
He said
with
you
Tom
did.
Martino
Mark
in
has
order
had
to
me
get
blocked,
any
it says.
I did?
Yeah.
or to get any free legal advice. So you would have to go on air. So are you comfortable with that? Okay, what is your name?
So did you eat pizza?
Oh, not yet.
Did you say
I'm gonna
Jack?
Grab a slice, a leftover
Okay,
slice
good.
to go.
Zach.
Usually you're more hungry.
All right.
Do you remember where the black people are?
And you have questions about possible harassment. Okay, hold on.
Hey, Mark, did
Oh,
you
I
see
got
what?
it. Hold on.
Did you see what my T-shirt said?
No, what's it say?
Oh man, you didn't see it? Hold on, I'm going to stand up and show it. I'll show it. Hold on.
We almost everybody on here is a moderator. We've got moderators. I don't even know who the hell they are.
There. So I have it up on YouTube. When you get a chance, you'll see my T-shirt. There. It's
Okay,
good.
who was it again? Dave H. Yeah, here's a Dave H. No, that's DH in Denver. What? Who the hell is it?
I gotta go get something. I'll be right.
Tom, I'll go grab it since.
I have no idea who it is, guys.
Not pizza or not coffee. I wanted to go up and take some.
I don't have a Dave H, Thomas. I have a DH in Denver like 3 times. They just spell it a little different each time. I don't know I don't know almost any of these people
yeah, it's
in
my power
this
supply.
place.
Just I don't like to create yet another impediment for people. You already got people already have to walk sideways, as well not have a trip hazard for you.
Technology allowed investigators to test DNA on a hat found at the scene. The DNA identified Miller. And during questioning by investigators, Miller admitted the hat was his.
Nope, here we go. Dave H, period. All right, he's out of jail. That must be Tom's monitor I'm hearing.
Yeah, it's pretty loud, and Tom stepped away for a sec.
Not only that, the delay is insane between me and you guys.
Huh. Is that because...
Can you hear that delay where you are, Dragon?
Yep, sure can.
So you hear me way quicker than they hear me?
Yes.
God, that's mind-blowing. Dimitri, when I talk full sentences, I hear it on the monitor.
Well, you sound totally normal here. There's no delay on this end.
Through your headphones or through the monitor?
Through the monitor.
Huh.
The loudspeaker on the desk is perfect.
Well, he wouldn't know. How would he possibly know?
Mark says
he's the one getting the delay, Dragon.
True.
Yeah, but I can hear you guys.
You just did it, Tom.
Right when you say it.
We'll count and you finish it. 1, 2, 3, 4.
What about it?
Massive delay compared to me.
I have a massive delay? One.
I hear myself in your monitor after full sentences. I hear the full sentence.
I know. That's why it's hard to talk to people on the phone.
Yeah, I think, I don't know how you get that better. I just don't.
I mean, it's just the speed of the...
See, I heard that entire sentence I said after I said it. The entire sentence. One, two, three. You got basically a 2.5 second delay.
One. No, not that long, Mark. Not that long.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2,
I just heard
3.
myself.
I heard 2, 3 after Mark was done.
Dude, they hear me. Tom, what I'm saying is, when I count to 3,
yes,
I hear myself count the entirety to 3 on your monitor.
Well, it's not my monitor.
Yeah, the monitor I'm listening to right now. Your monitor in your home studio.
All right, I'm going to turn my monitor down. What do you hear now?
Test. Nothing. I don't hear it now.
Okay, so now here's my monitor. Go ahead.
1, 2, 3. So after I say 1, 2, 3, I literally hear in your monitor 1, 2, 3.
Okay, got it. Got it.
I mean, I suppose there could be some delay from the monitor speakers that he's got feeding back to the microphone.
Yeah,
that'd be weird.
But that's pretty, yeah.
I didn't even know you could hear my monitor.
Sometimes.
Yeah. But, like,
I can't tell number 2 anymore.
Turn up the studio monitor real quick, Dragon.
Go for it.
Test.
1, 2, 3. I don't even hear myself finish. It's instant.
Let me hear mine.
Let me hear mine.
Oh. Mine is a full second.
Mine is a full second. Yep.
1001.
More on the Joe Pag Show tonight from 6 to 9 on 630 KHOW.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hi, Tom Martino here. I want to tell you what's going on right now. Deputy Bo is at the scene, and cops are coming because Spyglass Apartments called the cops. Let me tell you what jerks these people are. Okay, Cameron, a veteran from Texas, served his country in the U.S. Army, comes to Denver because this is his hometown. He wants to come back home. He rents an apartment, rents it, and signs a lease with Spyglass Creek Apartments. on 7100 East Mississippi. He signs a lease, and they say, we can't get you parking stickers yet because of your out-of-state plate. So he parks outside of his apartment, and he's booted. And now it's going to cost him $300 to get the boot off. This is a veteran who signed a lease with these people. He's obviously not some scofflaw off the street. Once they realize the mistake, shouldn't they just take the boot off? But they won't. Spyglass Creek Apartment says, we can't do it. It's up to the parking place. The parking place says, we can't do it. It's up to Spyglass. And Deputy Bo has been getting that story back and forth and back and forth. What does it mean? Here's what it means. Spyglass Apartments and the tow company are so greedy that they want that $300 so badly that they're willing to charge their own tenant $300 for illegally parking when he wasn't illegally parking. So here's this veteran trying to make a life in Denver, charged $300 from his new apartment complex. Deputy Bo goes down there to try to help. What does Spyglass do? Do they talk to us about this situation? No, they call the police. So now Deputy Bo is there, and they called the police as if Deputy Bo is doing something wrong. You people are scumbags. That's what you are, scumbags. Spyglass Apartments, you're scum. You're scum for treating veterans this way, and you're scum for having your towing scam. Because we can't even find any warning signs you're supposed to have posted on your property. If people want to let Spyglass know what they think of them, you can call them at 303-753-9080. 753-9080. You're all scum-sucking pigs. Now, is Bo on the phone? Go ahead.
Hi, Tom. This is Deputy D. So Bo just called me, and he said that the police are arriving, and they brought a fire truck.
They bought a fire truck.
The fire truck arrived also.
For what?
Well, I don't think we know yet, but I can't wait to see how this develops. And if I can get Joe Lazara's phone number in case I have to go bail.
Exactly.
Jail,
429-6200.
Oh, that's a good one.
303-429-6200. No, Bo shouldn't get himself in trouble. If they want him to leave, that's private property. But Bo's smarter than that. He's not going to get himself arrested. There's nothing to get arrested about.
Worked up, though.
Oh, we're just trying to help. We're just trying to help this veteran. Hey, Walter, let's switch gears here. You have a question. Go ahead, Walter.
Yeah, I'm talking about this. Everybody and their brothers jumped on this thing for relief and joint pain.
Yeah. Okay. Do you want to know something? I'm going to tell you the truth. Relief Factor, it's nothing more than a powerful Bengay. Relief Factor gives you some relief just like anything does. It gives some people more relief and some people less relief. It's not a miracle drug. It's not a cure. It is absolutely not a cure. So that's the real life, okay? Now, I know people are going to be pissed off at me for saying that. It does give relief. It is soothing. There's nothing wrong with the product, but it is not a cure for pain. It is absolutely not a cure for pain or arthritis. How about that?
What's the name of it?
Relief Factor.
What's the name of it?
Relief Factor.
A what?
Okay, goodbye, Walter.
Relief?
Yeah, Factor. Yeah, Walter, it is. And you might want to try out some hearing aids too. I'm just kidding around with you, man. But Relief Factor, don't fall for it. I wouldn't. Go get Bengay. I mean, look at okay, it might be a little better than that. I don't want to diss everybody who likes Relief Factor, but truly, in my opinion, it's the epitome of exaggeration. There is no joint compound that you can externally apply that's going to cure your problem. Al, you want to talk about a brake issue? What's going on?
Yes, sir, Tom. I'm a long-time listener, and I appreciate everything you guys do.
Thank you.
All your staff and everything. But, well, I got a quick question. I'll try to make it as fast as possible, okay?
Sure.
A friend of mine has an F-250. It's a 2005 F-250 Ford truck. And he put new brakes on it, new calipers and, rotors. He's trying to bleed the brakes. And I don't know, he get it all pumped up. Everything's good. and about 20 seconds, it goes down to the floor. Bled him, and you can't figure it out. Is there a check valve in there that could be bad?
No, it's not really a check valve. It sounds like it's an air problem.
So what?
You still have air in it somewhere.
There's air infiltration somewhere, right?
Now, you didn't have this low pedal problem before he did the brakes?
No, everything was okay. Just the brakes were.
So he did the brakes, and now he
so
can't get them pumped up. Basically, they're not holding pressure.
Yeah. So you said it pumps up until you bleed it or let go, and then it's right back on the floor again. Yeah, it's got to still have air in it.
Yeah,
somewhere.
Once you bleed everything, pump up. Yeah, if you got any idea? We can't see no leaks.
Sure, but you just got to. Did he do anything with the master cylinder?
I don't think so.
Okay, so they shouldn't have.
Is it hard to bleed brakes? Is that a science?
It's really not. I mean, you start from the furthest wheel away from the master cylinder.
And do you do it from the bottom up, right?
Yeah. Yeah, so you start at the passenger side rear, driver's side rear, passenger side front.
But you go from the caliper up.
Yes. Yeah, so as long as it's installed properly. I mean, I've seen guys put the calipers on the wrong side and the bleeder maybe on the bottom than the top or something. I don't know.
See.
You know, so you gotta go backwards through and see what it was done, because obviously the problem wasn't there. You created the problem. So go backwards through the job and just check everything. But
I mean, there's really no reason why that the master cylinder won't keep pressure there unless it's leaking, obviously.
Unless it has air.
Yeah.
Because if you can pump it up, that means it has air.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
But it should hold steady.
Okay, well, we'll try.
So if there's an air pocket, let's say, an air pocket, is that the same as a leak? It wouldn't be the same as a leak.
No, it would just be, you
it would be spongy.
The air. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, all right. Al, why don't you just get it? Why doesn't he just have somebody look at it?
That's what I told him, because I was sick of doing it. We did it all day. My leg hurt from pumping that bit.
I know it, man. Those are pains in the butt. At least you don't have ice cold weather. But, you know, here's the thing. Kevin, that's not something you can easily just eyeball, though, is it?
Typically not. I mean, but it doesn't sound like a big project. He's got all new parts. I mean, it shouldn't be a big deal.
Yeah. Sorry, Al, but it's, you know, air infiltration can be anywhere.
Yep.
All right. Now, Mary has a suggestion for Cameron, the veteran who went to Spyglass, rented an apartment, and his car was booted even though he was a legal resident there. Mary, what's your suggestion?
My suggestion is we do a GoFundMe and raise enough money so he can break his lease, pay whatever fine, and get a moving truck and get him the hell out of there.
I wish if we could find him a good place, that would be a good idea, Mary, and I might consider that. Right now, though, these people are being stubborn. All they have to do at Spyglass is say, you know, let his car go. That's all they have to do, but they won't do it because they're money-grubbing pigs, in my opinion. I can't believe they would call police on a guy who's trying to help a veteran instead of just trying to help the veteran. For God's sakes, what have we come to? Thank you for calling, Mary. We have more coming up.
Triple J Armory is bringing the heat this March with our March Zero Tax Sale. That's right, we're covering your sales tax all month long. Need a new carry firearm, a home defense upgrade, a fresh setup for the range? No fouls here, just straight savings. But don't wait, when the buzzer sounds on March 31st, this deal is game over. Get in the game and hit your three-pointer at Triple J Armory in Littleton and Colorado Springs, where every shot is a slam dunk for savings.
Hey, I want you to join me April 5th. I'm going to be there, okay, in the morning, 10 in the morning, in the DTC area. I'll give you the place to sign up and find out where it is, okay? But Barry Miller, the founder of Vestera Turnkey, and myself will be there. Barry's going to be talking about becoming a landlord in hot markets with upside potential without the conventional risks and hassles. He'll do it through Vestera Turnkey and tell you how it works. I'll be there to tell you how to use it for retirement money if you feel like doing it, but you want to use your retirement account, because then those gains you make are tax deferred. So join us Saturday, April 5th to find out about Vestera Turnkey. Here's where you go to sign up. MyBiggestReturn.com. MyBiggestReturn.com.
Well, I found the company that owns Spyglass. They're a big Florida real estate company.
Good. Maybe you can get through to somebody and say this is escalating and it doesn't need to.
Yeah, Bo asked me.
It's nuts, the fire trucks going out there.
What are they going to do? They're going to hose Bo off the property with a high-pressure water
I
cannon.
wonder if they thought Bo was having a heart attack.
Hey, Mark, did you get your pump
The
in?
guy's going, hey, there's some guy having a stroke in our lobby.
Mark, did you have the pump installed? Is it all done?
Yeah, in fact, hold on, I got to go test something.
I wonder if it was hard to get to, like you said. Kevin, have you ever, I don't know if I told you, but I opened up this new online account. All online, 100%.
Oh, yeah, the bank, yeah.
I've never had better service in my life. I don't know
I mean,
why
if
you have
think
to.
about it, I never go to the bank. The only time I go for the business is to deposit cash because checks are deposited.
Where do you bank?
Can you turn off the microphones?
That's a good point. Credit unions are good. I hate banks.
Yeah. For my business account, Chase has by far the best protection for like ACHs and checks and stuff.
Chase does?
Yeah.
But not
every morning I log in, the ACHs are sitting there and I can approve or disapprove of any ACH.
Of them coming in and going out?
Yep.
Like, what do you have ACH coming in for?
Well, like utilities, things like that. It's
I pay direct, yeah.
Yeah. So, but it'll show up, and I have the ability to stop it at any time.
Got it. I love that.
And the checks clear also, so if you miswrite the check, you can change the amount before they clear.
So here's how. So when I accept a check for payment on anything, God, I'm so pissed at this fucking place. I order something from Amazon, and no one will fix anything. I hate this fucking company. Man, this pisses me off. I really need to get to somebody at Amazon because I'm pissed. Bosch is back. I love that cop series.
That's a good one.
I like him.
Yep.
God damn, he's back. I'm going to watch that for sure. But I didn't want this Amazon. Oh, yeah.
Everything I'm reading, it says they're supposed to have 24-hour notice prior to booting. Is that?
Who is that?
Everything I'm reading online from public PC and everything, they're supposed to notify, just like towing. You get 24-hour notice before it's booted or towed. Which would have alleviated all this if they would have gotten notice.
Ten seconds, guys.
Your trusted local fiduciary advisors. TrajanWealth.com. Denver's talk station. 630 KHOW.
Hi, Tom Martino. Your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK. 303-713-8255. Let's go to the phones. And Zach, what's going on with you, Zach? Welcome to the show.
Thank you. I was listening just a couple minutes ago. It's good to hear that you're passionate about helping veterans. I'm a veteran myself. What brings me to you today is I was actually referred to you by another law office. I'm trying to see if I have grounds for maybe harassment against Westlake Financial Services.
Okay,
I get calls
well, tell me the story.
Sometimes 8 a.m.
Tell me the
sometimes after
story.
9. Oh, okay. Well, I bought a vehicle a while back. I was in a really hot spot, needed something quick, and went for it. I took a pretty big interest rate. Top of my head, I don't remember it right now. And then fell on harder times.
But wait a
Life
minute, Zach.
exploded.
Zach, wait.
Veteran story.
Zach.
Yes.
Hold on. Where'd you finance this car?
Well, I purchased it from a place called 5280 Auto.
Where did you
Longmont,
finance
Colorado.
it?
Westlake is
And
the
it's financed
He
through
never said that. He said they're
Westlake
harassing
Financial.
him, but he didn't say it was about a car deal. Is Wesley Financial the one you financed the car through?
Yes, sir.
Okay, go ahead. So what happened?
Well, even, hours after missing a payment, and I do understand, they're owed their money. I signed a contract. But hours after missing a payment, I'm getting calls. I'll get 6, 8 calls a day, sometimes before 8 a.m., sometimes after 9 p.m. When I'm putting my 3-year-old daughter down for bed. When I do get on the phone, people are condescending. I've been hung up on, and they kind of make it tough to get a hold of them to work a deal to get them their money. They've gone as far as even actually not taking a payment when they said that they would take my money. They were late. Not all the money was there. And then I had to pay the late fees. Even after telling them not to take the late fees out of my account, they still took the money. And I'm trying to see if I have any sort of ground for
I'm going to tell you.
against them.
I'm going to tell you why other law offices referred you to us, okay? Because we deal in the gray area. Other law firms, they deal in the black and white area. Now, let me explain this to you.
Right.
Under the terms of your agreement, and they're exactly like most uniform commercial code agreements for financing a car, a security agreement, they have the right to do normal collection activities and all of that crap once they've established a business relationship with you. They can't out of the blue start calling you, but if you sign the application, somewhere in there you said it was okay for them to contact you. So let's talk about this. Yeah, it's a pain in the ass. If you fall on hard times or you're late on a payment, there's nothing worse than getting 6 to 8 phone calls to remind you of that. I get what you're saying, but they are allowed to do it. So it's not harassment. Harassment would be if they really get angry and stupid and start insulting you and do things illegally. I think Wesley Financial is smart enough not to do that. But what I want to ask something, when you said make arrangements to get them their money, you don't have to ever make arrangements to get people their money. You have a loan, you make a payment. Why was this different?
Well, I had deferred a payment to the end of the loan once upon a time. And then, the next month, I think I was a day or 2 late. And so I made
So
an
you did have a
arrangement with them and
deferment.
said, hey,
you've already
I do.
extended some of your payments to the back end of the loan. Was that during COVID?
Actually, no, it was just after.
Okay. And so let me ask you something. Is your loan up to date right now?
Mm-hmm. Right now, the last payment was the 16th, and I'm going to be able to pay it next week, as far as they know.
And it was due. Wait. So your
circled kind
payment
of
that
back
was
to making
due.
that arrangement.
Your payment that was due on March 16th has not been made yet.
Mm-hmm. Correct. And I put some money in, basically everything I had at the time.
Yeah.
In good faith. When I do have money, man, I try
Are you
to make
having
it
a
right.
tough time keeping up with these payments?
I am. I'm a single dad, a veteran, and my availability, unfortunately, is 10 days a month. I'm a plumber and HVAC guy by trade, so I try to pick up work on days where I can make a few hundred in a day, and so far that's what I've got.
Hey, Zach, when you say you're a single dad, do your kids live with you or your child?
Yes, sir. Yes, I started that fight for 50-50 custody, so she's with me half of the time.
Okay, so you have a child with you half the time. And what about HVAC?
Yes.
You should be able to make a lot of money. Why are you not working full time? What's the reason?
Yeah. Well, the availability from the custody arrangement leaves me with 10 days a month. Reason being is childcare is ridiculously expensive. It's about as expensive as rent a month.
No, I know.
So
so you were caught between a
ridiculous
rock and a hard
as
place because you
getting a
wanted to
full-time
see your
job.
child, but at the same time you have to work.
Exactly. And if I were to go and get a 9-to-5 and do this full time, I'd have to pay for child care, which when I add up the numbers of that and rent and other bills, somehow getting a full-time job puts me in debt.
How much is your payment a month on your car?
$268 and I believe 64 cents.
And is the car worth a damn?
I really wanted it to be. I purchased it for $10,000, scratched up, dinged up. They lubed it up real well for the test drive, so there wasn't any squeaks for that stint. Pitted windshield, the whole thing. Honestly, the vehicle was not worth it.
What did you buy? What did you buy?
it.
What did you buy for $10,000?
2016 Jeep Patriot.
Okay, well, 2016 Jeep Patriot. How many miles?
Oh shoot! Off the top of my head, I don't remember. I want to say it had almost 200,000.
Oh
been through
my
a number
God!
Of things, before me.
Well, it's shot if it had 200,000.
Yeah, and unfortunately, it was a place where if I didn't have a vehicle, it would affect my custody. So I took what I could.
So, how long you've been paying on this thing, and you bought it for $10,000?
Yes, sir.
And you have over 200,000 miles on it.
Now for. Yes, I believe that's what it was when I got it.
So now you have way more than that on it.
Yes, and I try not to put too many more if I can save it.
So Zach, are you calling because you're just pissed off at this finance company bugging you?
I mean, obviously that's part of it. There's a lot of irritation there, and I feel like they're a really shady company. They make it difficult sometimes to get them their money. So it's almost like their goal is to repossess that vehicle.
I doubt. No. Trust me when I tell you. Please trust me when I tell you. They do not want a 2016 Jeep Patriot with 200,000 miles on it. They're not trying to repossess that car. They just want to be paid. How much? What is the balance on your loan right now?
Gotcha.
What's the balance?
Without looking at it, I believe I have between $6,000 and $7,000 more dollars on it.
All right. Listen, I think personally, Zach, that you probably are not maximizing your income potential. I really mean that.
I would have to agree with you. I've got to get creative here. I mean, you got the DA helping me trying to
No,
find
seriously.
out
If you really do know HVAC, do you?
Yes, I've been doing it for 7 years. That and I dabble in the dark arts of plumbing too.
Zach, I think you could make arrangements, and even with paying for childcare during those 10 days, just part of the time, part of the day, I think you'll be money ahead. I don't know where you're checking, but they pay really, really, really well. And if you leave your information and a resume with me, with Kachina, I'll see to it that some of the best companies in Denver get that resume.
Okay, that would be phenomenal.
Yeah. I'd like to see you make more money and then enjoy your little girl and also be able to make your payments. And I think if you have a skill like that, it's going to waste. So hang on. Kachina, get me this guy's information. I'm Tom Martino.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Tom Martino now. Dan Kaplan today at 4, 630 KHOW.
Mark, are you
Denver.
around this Denver weekend?
I'll ask.
Impact traffic.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Over on the east end of town and leaving the DIA area, we've got reports of a crash on I-225 southbound approaching Colfax.
Yes, he is around. You want him to go first or second?
Out there, folks. Stop and go traffic back 70, looking about 15 minutes of delays if you're changing over to 225 southbound. Some normal slowdowns on I-25 northbound through the downtown area between Alameda and Colfax, looking at speeds in the 40s and 50s. With traffic, I'm Mark Swan.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com, and we sell custom blinds, shades, and shutters at low prices. Our blinds are handcrafted to fit your windows, and if they don't, for any reason, we'll remake them for free. Your satisfaction is always guaranteed at Blindster.com.
Hey, Discount Bath, the name I love for a company because it says Discount Bath. DiscountBath.com. Whether you're doing a fix and flip, a rental, or your dream home, you'll get really discounts that are true and true. It's not just raising prices to lower them. These guys cut it to the quick, so you're going to get a great deal. But I also love the way they do business. You can upload some video from your smartphone, go around and look at your bathroom, say, hey, I want to move this sink here. I want to put in a walk-in shower here. Or I want to put something here. I want to move this wall out here. Just go ahead and narrate it informally. You upload it to them, and they're going to give you a price without ever visiting your home. Of course, if you want them to visit, they will. If you want to talk to them, you can. But DiscountBath.com is making it as simple as possible for you to get an idea of what your bath will cost. DiscountBath.com. Upload video. You'll get an upload link there, discountbath.com, or call them 720-979-2322.
Denver Regen. You know who these guys are. They're the ones I get my weight loss drugs from. In fact, they're called GLP-1s, and I'm going to tell you something important about those in a minute. But for less than $300 a month, I have lost 30 pounds in about 14 weeks, and I've got about 10, 15 to go. Hopefully I'll be done with this stuff by 6 months, but it's a shot once a week. You do not hear the food noise anymore. You don't think of food. You don't feel hungry. It's absolutely unbelievable, to be quite honest. Now, I was talking to Dr. Joel over there last night. Some of these other clinics you might see are offering the same drugs for under $200. Guess what? That's only for the first month, and the dosage is up to 5 times less, 5 times the potency. You're not going to enjoy those whatsoever. You want the real deal, you want the best price, you go to denverregen.com. Go there right now, denverregen.com.
No, thank you.
Yes.
Sure. My cup's up there. I would love it.
That was exactly 30 seconds.
Yeah, right.
All right, 31. Okay, so check it out. I got the summer loop done, so we have hot water. It works perfect. Follow? But I burned out 2 pumps, so the other pump will be here Tuesday, and I'll put that in. But I can hot swap these pumps. It took me maybe a half hour. I found a YouTube video of my exact unit, crawled my ass under there, and knocked it out in probably 20 minutes, man.
Why did you burn out 2 of them?
Okay, very good question. So here's what happened. It was one of our trips, probably our very last one. There is a disconnect mode on top of the controller on the AquaHot, or on the Oasis in my case. And what it does is it basically puts all the pumps on all the time, no matter what furnace itself isn't on or the heating element's on.
Really?
It's a test mode. So when you do a antifreeze exchange on it is the only time you use it. I turned that son of a bitch on our last trip, and basically the pumps never stopped running, and 2 of them went out.
Oh, okay.
I did it. I burned them out.
Sure,
They're
what is it?
$250 a piece.
I would think they could be more than that, actually.
Do you remember how much yours were?
No, I don't. Actually.
Well, they are if you... I went right to the manufacturer. If you look on Amazon or look through Newmar, Newmar wanted 500, Amazon was 400, and the manufacturer themselves was 250.
And what's your name? Chris? 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 All right, Chris, hang on for me.
Hey, Kevin. Kevin.
Yeah.
Kevin.
He's on.
Here, are you there?
Coil, line
He's
1.
listening.
He's on. Here, are you there?
I'm here. Are you there?
Yeah, exactly.
There's a delay of a second before
Did he buy you pizza today?
Of course.
Did he buy you pizza,
Never fails.
Kevin?
Of course I did. What do you think I am,
Excellent.
stingy?
What kind of pizza? What kind of pizza was it? Was it like Little Caesars?
No, it was double anchovy.
Anthony's. Anthony.
Oh.
Anthony.
That's just gross.
Nah, it was sausage and pepperoni.
Mmm.
It's actually pretty good.
That's about all I crave.
Yep.
I think I told you that. It's like I don't even crave it, but right up when I have to start thinking of food around 4 o'clock, the only thing I feel like eating is basically what you just described.
Oh, wow.
10
So you're going back
seconds.
to your teenage diet.
Auto accident? Get the right lawyer on your side. Call Fuller.com. Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. We have Kevin with us from Sheridan Auto Tech. We're getting some car calls, but a lot of texts I'll get to in a minute here. So I'm wondering what's happening to Bo over there.
We were just,
At the apartment complex. I'm a little nervous. I
think
mean,
Dimitri was
he
up
went
there.
over there and they called the
Do we need to
cops
start
on him.
collecting for bail?
I wonder what's going on. Anyway, let's talk to Chris meanwhile, and then we'll try to get a hold of Bo on his cell phone. Chris, what's going on?
Hi, I have a 2009 Volkswagen EOS, one of them little convertibles with the 2-liter turbo,
Yeah.
and I have a misfire in the third cylinder. I've tried changing the spark plug,
How do you know it's in the third cylinder?
and that's about as far as I got.
How do you know where the misfire is?
When I plug it in that scanner, it tells me
Yeah,
It's,
P303.
I think
Okay.
a 303 code, and then
All
when you
right.
look that up.
Did you try swapping coils from one, like number 4 to number 3?
Yes, I did do that.
And
That
mist
and the
didn't
plugs.
move.
Right, stayed with that.
Do you know if
It's
you
like
have
in
spark
a
in number
lag
3?
mode when you try to
Do you
drive
know?
it.
Do you know if you have spark in number 3?
That I haven't verified by leaving the plug out to see that.
Well, just take one of your old spark plugs.
I changed the coil pack.
I understand, but just take one of your old spark plugs, put it in the end, and you don't have to pull the other spark plug out of the motor.
Oh, I see. Yeah, and just look at
use
it.
one of the old ones. You sit there.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Sure.
And you see if it's sparking.
Exactly.
So if it's sparking, then what?
Well, then you look towards the injector, possibly.
So this diagnostic doesn't tell you whether it's the
Okay.
injector or the...
No, it tells
The
you
code.
the cylinder that the misfire is, but not what is causing the misfire. No. But that's the next step I would do is verify for sure
Is
that
this
you
the
have
same thing a
spark.
garage would do?
I'm sorry?
Is this the same thing a garage would do, or would they have a better scanner that would nail it down further?
Well, we use a spark plug tester, which is just basically.
But it's not magic.
No,
I mean,
it's just-
either it has spark or not.
Yep.
But Lear, here's where you're going to have a problem. If it does have spark, now you're going to have to do a level of testing you may not be qualified for. If it doesn't have spark, what does that tell them?
Well, then
Who
there
do you
could be
recommend?
trouble within the modules or something that's feeding the coil.
So
not even
either
the coil.
way, this is going to go beyond do it at home.
Probably.
So, Chris, you might want to just bring it into Kevin.
Okay.
Kevin, let me ask you something. For something this simple, a misfire, I don't mean simple to fix or to find, but really, what would it cost him at your place?
You know, anywhere, diagnostic starts, at a half an hour, which is about $100 up. It's, if it's
don't you do a certain amount of diagnostic?
There is. I mean, we can quick look at stuff.
Yeah, quick look, drive by,
and see if it's something real obvious, and then we don't charge for that. But if we have to dig in, start checking ohms and different measurements around the car, then we do start charging.
But Chris, our misfires.
Do you have anybody in Colorado Springs you recommend?
Oh, you're in the Springs. Yes. Honest, Accurate Auto.
Absolutely.
Really good people. Honest.
Okay, great.
Accurate Auto.
Yep.
And you tell them we told you to go there, and they're great people. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Anybody here from Bo, by the way? Let's see, D?
Yeah, I just texted him. I asked him if he's in jail yet, and he responded. And
Bad what? No.
Saying not yet, but that was kind of unnecessary because if he were in jail, he wouldn't be texting.
Yeah, right. But here's the deal for those listening. We have a guy named Cameron who called the show. He's a veteran, just got out of the Army in Texas, wants to move back home to Colorado. He comes to Colorado and he signs a lease with Spyglass Creek Apartments. He signs a lease. Okay. He says, I need the parking passes. According to him, the woman says, I can't do the parking pass right now. I don't know how to do them. He had Texas plates and she wasn't sure what to do because normally they deal with Colorado plates. So
hey, Tom, I've got Bo.
Okay, so he parked his car. Okay, good. Hold on. He parked his car, and it was towed one day No, excuse me. They weren't towed. They were both booted out in front of his apartment, and it's cost him $300 to get it removed, and he thought that was unfair. He has a lease. You can see it was clearly signed before they booted his car. So why would they boot his car? By mistake. Okay. But now that they know he's not some scofflaw off the street, why wouldn't they just take it off? Well, Bo went down to the apartment to ask him that, and they called the cops on him. Instead of trying to help this veteran, they scaled it up a notch and called the cops. Now tell me why the hell they would do that. I don't know. But anyway, Bo, where does it stand right now?
Okay, the fire department and the cops did arrive, so I went up to them and I said, okay, I'm here to state my case. And they said, we're here because there's a fire. So they put the fire out here. So I went up to them and I said, well, let's talk for the trespassing. They said, you're not even in our call log. This is low priority.
Okay.
We're not interested, so I asked them, but no, I did ask them. They said they are responding here soon, but I've been waiting. But I'm waiting outside the lobby area because there is a no trespassing sign. But I'm here as a guest of Cameron to try to get this parking boot issue resolved. Now, this is like a 4 or 5 unit, 100 apartment building. Tom, I've seen 3 or 4 boots on cars.
Hey, Bo?
Yes.
Bo?
And here, wait. Before you say anything, Bo, when you say 3 or 4 boots on cars, are there signs near those cars? Any warning signs at all?
I can't see a sign anywhere other than a place where you're supposed to place your trash and for handicap parking.
Hey, Bo?
Yes.
Do you have a credit card with you?
For what?
Yes.
Okay. Well, here, I want Bo to pay for one of the cards, and I will reimburse him on Monday when I see him. So let him get one of those cars, the boot taken off, so that Cameron at least has a car that he can use, and I'll pay for it for one of the cars.
That's
Doc, that's generous because this guy that's very generous, Doc, because this guy can't go out and even look for a job.
Exactly. So you're there, so you put on your credit card, and I'll give you the cash on Monday.
Will they take
Okay,
a credit
I'll go
card?
back and now I can.
I'm sure they'll take his credit card. Why wouldn't they?
Because you can contest it.
I'm going to go back. I want people to know who the manager of this apartment building is. I have his full first and last name.
What is
and
it?
he is running some sort of...
What is his name?
Exedius. I'm going to spell it. EXCEDOUS. Exedius.
Is that his first or last name? Is that his first or last name?
Tom, that's his first name.
Exedius.
His last name is Exedius.
I believe it's pronounced Exodus. That's what Cameron said.
Well, that's not how you spell
Well, then he
Exodus,
needs to-
but okay. So Exodus, go ahead. What else? Exodus
I have
what?
a different spelling.
Okay, the last name is Grisby, Grixby. Now, Dimitri did some work. The owners of this property is in Florida, and I'd like to find out about their number because I don't think they have a clue what's going on
they
over
don't.
here.
They don't. Because this Exedius Grixby, is it Grixby, Grixby?
Yes, Tom.
His name is Exedius
Yes.
Grixby.
Yeah.
Man, that's a great name.
I have a copy of his business card.
That is a great name. Is that his name, Exedius Grixby?
Yeah.
I said
He's the assistant community manager.
Assistant community manager. And he's the one that called the cops.
I sent it. Oh, yeah, he was pretty adamant about it. And then I said, I'm not causing any waves here. I just want to see if we can come to a resolution. And I even offered, like Doc said, maybe we could just pay for one and get the other one, get them both knocked off. But, there's no signage. And they were totally in the wrong by not giving Cameron his parking pass.
Hey, do me a favor. I know they were, Bo. We got them. And now they're so greedy and money hungry that these a-holes won't let his car go. For this poor veteran who wants to come to Denver, make a new home, they won't take the boot off. And they have the power to take the boot off. But this money-grubbing Exodus Grixby, assistant community manager at Spyglass Apartments, 7100 East Mississippi, they are jerks. They are scum. They are scum of the earth. And I am sick and tired of people coming into our communities and treating people this way. And D, you got to get a hold of the management company out and about.
I already left them a message.
And you tell them this is BS.
Yeah, they're not answering their phone.
Very simple proposition. Bottom line is this. Was he a resident? Yes. Should he have been towed? No.
Booted.
Or booted. He should not have been booted. It was a mistake. No one is saying anyone did anything intentionally. But now that it's a mistake, acknowledge the mistake and let the car go. My God, just let it go, you stupid idiot. You freaking piece of garbage. In fact, very seldom do I pull out this rant, but I'm going to do it right now.
You no good motherfucking dirty rotten son of a scum-sucking, no-class, ass-pimple, leeching, rip-off, punk, puking, crap-eating, chump, degenerate, tard, moronic, rude turd-eating, sleazebag, snake-in-the-grass vampire, wink-and twit-trolling, toad-sucking, simpleton, dumbass, doofus, dirtbag.
How do you like that?
You forgot degenerate.
How do you like it?
Very, very impressive.
How do you really feel?
Anyway, somebody has a comment on the boot.
Hopefully they'll take his...
Triff has a comment on the boot. Go ahead, Triff.
Hey, Tom, I was listening to your show. I'm a longtime listener because I drive a tow truck. And, of course, we got a bad rap, and due to Walt's towing, of course.
Yeah. Break, buddy.
By the rules of the PUC, okay? And right now, that booting that's going on right there is totally illegal. Mm-hmm. They cannot boot that man's car because, first of all, he's a resident there. He lives there. Second of all, they have to have posted signs coming into the property and all around the property saying that if you don't have a sticker, you will get booted. So, yeah, go ahead. Anybody can pay for it. Contact the Public Utilities Commission, and they'll retrieve the money back in 7 days.
Hey, do you know anything about these companies that do booting, Triff?
You got to take a break.
Yeah, I do know some. And,
all right, anyway, I got to take a quick break. You can hang on if you want. I got to take this break right now. Sorry, I forgot about this.
Now, impact traffic.
This report is sponsored by Red Pilled America.
Over on the east end of town and leaving the DIA area, we've got reports of a crash on I-225 southbound approaching Colfax. No word of lane blockage, but it is almost a parking lot out there, folks. Stop and go traffic back from I-70, looking at about 15 minutes of delays if you're changing over to 225 southbound. Some normal slowdowns on I-25 northbound through the downtown area between Alameda and Colfax, looking at speeds in the 40s and 50s. With traffic, I'm Mark Swan.
Have you ever wondered about the origin of wokeness? Red Pilled America's 5-part series digs deep into the origin of wokeness and how this ideology took root in America. Listen to Red Pilled America on the iHeartRadio app. That's Red Pilled America, a storytelling show.
You know, not many people give prices on the phone. Why does the Art of Granite do it? Because they're proud of their deals. They also know it's pretty simple to price because Tear Out and Holloway is always free with the Art of Granite. And they always charge wholesale for all countertop materials. So call them. Give them your square footage. They'll give you a price. They might want a pick or two, but they will be really close with that pricing without ever coming to your home. TheArtOfGranite.com. Whether it's granite or any stone or any man-made material, they do it all. Get your price, 303-386-5919. And they always have incentives like free edge treatments, backsplashes, vanities in the bathroom, or sinks. 303-386-5919.
Taxes was not knowing your full financial picture.
All right, you guys are done.
Taxes is getting and
Are we
maximizing
really?
your refund all in one place.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Where TurboTax
I won't even
expert
say
can do
goodbye,
your taxes
right?
for you.
You're going to go
Correct.
straight
You got
to
zero time.
goodbye.
Then you can do
I'm gonna
more with all that
disconnect
money,
then.
all in Credit Karma.
All right, see ya.
Taxes.